BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Hello and welcome to Bronze. It's the final sprint race of the season, round 20 of the championship as well. We are here in Sao Paulo for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, not the Brazilian Grand Prix here tonight. Then let's go through the drivers and the constructors' standings, shall we? Before we get on to the razzmatazz and all that kind of drama which is about to unfold in front of our very eyes. New Potato leads 10 points, 246 points in front of TK, who is second, now eaten into that. It's been eaten into that lead, hasn't he? Over the past several races, to be honest. Vessier in third position, still in the championship, 27 points further back at the moment now. Vessier starting to fall out of flavour, 66 points away, and out of the championship now, unfortunately, is Jay Hings there. A brilliant season, Jay Hings has. He has been my personal driver of the season in terms of just in terms of being amazing. Jay Hings has been fantastic. Dr. Drew Potts in fifth position there. Over the past couple of weeks, has dropped out of contention. As the Kiki in sixth, superb as well. Fantastic season for Kiki. Slayer in seventh position. Serious Mushroom in eighth. Ninth is Brooksy. 10th is Marvsky. Just outside the top 10 is Winnie in 11th position. There, of course, Winnie, another driver who's been absolutely supreme this season. 12th position, Dynamo Dan. Smithy Almighty in 13th position and missing his first race tonight. Vintage in 14th. Duncan Dave is 15th with Styles in 16th. Sick as Mug on the same points as Styles on 22 points. 12 for Itemizer. 3 points for Scooby Stew. And Swan Shanks who hasn't got any points at the moment there, and unfortunately for Swan Shanks, he has got 3 races. Otherwise, he's going to break a record which I don't think anyone wants to break. He was the first full-time driver or first driver to compete in about like 8% of the season to not have scored a single point then. So Swan Shanks hopefully can get some points then before the end of the season or the end of this race then. In the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari got an 87-point lead at the moment. They are, basically, all they need to do is outscore Williams by 1 point by the end of play, and they have won the Constructors' Championships in a nutshell. Ferrari then almost there, home and dry then. Williams is second and 87 points then, and they have to keep. If both teams don't score tonight, then Williams will be able to take on to Las Vegas in a week's time. That is the brief, albeit I don't think both teams will definitely want to score though. Personally, lovely sunshine out there. Red Bull in third position there, 14 points away from the Williams team now. Out of constructors' contentions almost there or thereabouts. Same with the Alfa Romeo team in fourth. Mercedes are in fifth position there on 230 points, 212 points for the Alpine team, former constructors champions last season. They're in sixth. Haas are in seventh on 199 points. AlphaTauri down in eighth on 189. They're 10 points away from Haas. McLaren on 87 points. 44 points for Aston Martin in the constructors' standings then. So I think that unfortunately, almost certainly Aston Martin are going to be routed to the bottom of the championship. Unfortunately, let's just take a look. Have we got any milestones here tonight? And let me get my old specs out. We have a 20th Grand Prix start for Slayer in bronze. Fantastic. And it would have been a 30th start for Smithy as well, but Smithy, I think, has got some family business tonight, and so which I gotta say is more than understandable, isn't it? So yes, we cannot give Smithy too many moaning and mini and all that kind of stuff. However, anyway, but what is Smithy's loss and my loss is also my gain and Angry Davy P's gain. This is Angry Davy's first race in Formula 1 in ALR. I cannot wait to see what the McLaren Mercedes driver can do, because it's been quite a long time coming, I think. Davy's been a part of ALR for quite a while, but I don't think he's actually, but he hasn't raced, has he? I don't think. Well, it's certainly not on my stat book. But he's coming out of the pits now. Serious Russians retired from the session. Now here is Angry Davy then. Let's see what the McLaren driver can do then. Can he help McLaren get out of the doldrums this season then? Because McLaren are very much rooted to ninth in the championship. And almost there. As Serious Russians left the session now, as there's almost contact, and that's not ideal, between the Aston Martin and the McLaren, who are fighting not to get the wooden spoon in there here. And goodness me, that wouldn't have been ideal at all then. But let's just keep an eye on Angry David then, who is going to be the star tonight then for me. And because I do like seeing new drivers. And Kassar has joined the session now. I think we've got 20 drivers already in that. My goodness me. I'm trying to look to see if I can see him on the left-hand side tower. Oh, I can't then. Our reserves tonight, we've got movement in the Alpine, or Alpine, I should say. We have got Kaz in the Mercedes as well. And I think those are the only reserve drivers just now in here tonight. Talking of reserve drivers then, I counted how many Silver had over the course of the season. They've had 38 reserve drivers then over the course of the season. Gold have had 32. Bronze have been pretty good actually. I don't think they've got over, they're certainly not over 20. I don't think they're even over 15 to be honest. But good stuff indeed then. But yeah, I think I have a little fed up with some drivers in Silver, to be honest. Anyway, you guys are coming out of turn 3 as well, and down the back straight. Main reason why is because it takes almost twice as long to get the reserve drivers sorted. Anyway, Angry B, but what I do like is seeing new drivers, and Angry Davy P, I should say. Hopefully, we can see him in a full-time seat then, if he does well then, as we're on board now with the McLaren Mercedes driver. Kaz, hello and good luck. Good luck, drivers then, and TK. Remember to breathe tonight. I certainly will. I need to breathe anyway because I've got a real bad cold coming, I think, and I've got a bit of man flu. We've also got Vestier. Hey, babe, hello. We've got Slayer. Yo. We've also got Movement saying good luck, everyone. Hi, Sean. Hope you're well. Let's get put on the show. I'm not feeling well at all, to be honest, but let's get on with it, shall we? A 1:08 then to start us on our journey for Jay Hings then, as we're just watching Angry Dave, and as he is making his day, it's like, good evening, Sean, good evening, Ted Tango, hope everyone's well, and even though a lot will use him, I think it's the worst race tyre is the soft tyre. Angry Dave then starts his journey in ALR. Sick Smoke's been on a bit of a roll as of late, hasn't he? And hopefully he can continue that continue that form. Out of the centre rest there, as we've got a lot of drivers coming and going at the moment. Goodness gracious me. Gosh, for my word. Right, since we've got Brooksy who's fast, but then Brooksy, of course, in the Alfa Romeo car. Whoa, and that's an Aston Martin off there. That is, goodness gracious me, you've had a couple of issues down at the far end of the circuit again. There, goodness gracious me. We had a McLaren, I think it's both, again, the Aston Martin there, wasn't it? I think it was Sick as Muck, potentially. TK fast mode, but then New Potato comes across the line now. Look at that, there's two championship protagonists already, a bit of 10 for a second of each other. And my word, that's exactly what I want to see. Item Eyes are back in the hot seat as well, the Red Bull team. Hopefully he can turn Red Bull's, get Red Bull some decent points, and maybe second in Constructors. I think the Constructors Championship may have gone for Red Bull. Duncan Dave, 7 fast Simone. Now he'll be trying to help the Williams keep in the Constructors fight. However, it may be looking a bit of a stretch now. Dynamo Dan currently 9th as well then, and who was that then that jumped up and then down there? Moving in top position now. Here comes Kiki, been fantastic this season, especially second half of the season. He is currently third fast in the Alpha Tower, whereas McLaren just on the inside now. I think that was Angry Dave. Angry Davey then has just getting into the inside of center S, and I think he's just trying to get some harvesting going in. Serious Mushroom is asking if he can get an invite, so if someone can invite him, that would be fantastic. Moomin coming out of the final turn then, and across the line, Moomin goes 9 faster than the Alpine cars. I love the helmet as well, by the way, Moomin, fantastic. Currently, Styles and Serious Mushroom have not going to come out of the pits there. Drivers are not set time so far. Vintage, Slayer, Scooby Stew, Swanshanks, and Kaz. Currently, all drivers that have not set times just yet then. Unfortunately for those drivers, and I'm going to be honest, I doubt some of them may do anyway, because a lot For some reason, some drivers don't like taking part in qualified. New Potato coming into the pits now then, currently fast at the moment, then he is leading the championship by 10 points. Just in front of us is his championship protagonist, which is TK at the moment. That is going to look very good indeed. Then Vestier currently behind the 8 ball, down in 8th position at the moment there. Vestier is Ted Tango in the pits then. The actual races have been rather sedate, but the sprints have been manic. Then see where a bronze are the same, or one will go one way or the other. Yeah, to be honest, both the sprints races have been absolute anarchy, haven't they? To say the least. Jay Higgins at 3,000 a second down on his split time at the moment. Yeah, the sprint races there, we've had safety cars in both sprint races there. Last night's sprint race in Silver was absolutely a doozy. Goodness gracious me. I think we barely got any racing laps in the either, didn't we? Of course, it was a very interesting race last night for Silver. Was the action-packed everywhere you look there. And yes, Ted Tango alluded to that maybe we're going to get something similar here tonight, also in the sprint as well. And I must admit, the sprints do make it very more dramatic, I think, in ALR, doesn't it? But I do prefer. I'm an old school man. I prefer the traditional Formula One style weekends. But unfortunately, we've got 6 sprint races next season, and unfortunately, you can tell Formula One's all about money. They decide to have a sprint race in Miami for some reason. China is not too bad, I don't think, to have a sprint race in, to be fair. Over the years, China have had some really good races. 2011 was a pretty good race. 2010 was a very good race as well. 2012, Nico Rosberg won his first ever race, didn't he, in Formula 1, which was pretty fantastic as well. Of course, Red Bull got their first ever win and their first ever 1-2, didn't they, in the 2009 Chinese Grand Prix. Who can remember the 2007 Chinese Grand Prix, of course, where Hamilton was beached into the gravel, which ultimately cost them the 2007 championship as well. Yeah, we've had a lot of excellent races over the years down there. Of course, I think 2006 was it rain effect till 2005. I can't remember which one it was now. So yeah, a lot of good races in China. So I understand China. We've got of course, I think I'm not surprised to see another sprint race in America in COTA, because that's where we're trying to get their market, trying to keep themselves in the market. Good stuff there for Swanshanks going 8 fast there. Swanshanks has got 4 races technically, as he's got the sprint race tonight, plus the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, followed by Las Vegas next week, and then of course one more race in Abu Dhabi to hopefully, as Angry Dave has retired and left the session. Great stuff indeed. You can tell I'm in a great mood tonight, can't you? Well, Angry Dave's car is just parked off at the edge of the unfortunately, the edge of the circuit and out of this session there. So, well, there we go. Well, there it is then. Thanks for coming. See you later, I guess. Slayer coming down into turn 4. He's done a 17 so far. Hasn't set a time just yet in the Mercedes then. Just take a look at the commentary whilst we're on board with Slayer. Sorry, Mushroom was on track then. We've got one now. Serious Mushroom has got one, but I think he's in the session now. He's got this set up either. Harsh there from Mushroom. Sean saying, I'll say for you, as ever, the diplomat, sprinter or silly gimmick, it doesn't work. No, don't get me wrong, your Austrian sprint race was really good, and I think it was in Belgium was a really good sprint race as well. And Qatar was a good sprint race, but I think it was good because of the issues with tires. I don't think it was good for anything else. Sprint races, in my opinion, there are for basically, I think that the sprint races are better for lower formula like Formula 2 and Formula 3, and of course Formula Regional and all that kind of stuff. And Slayer going full fast at the moment now. Kiki has just moved himself up into second and got a beautiful slipstream, I think, off the back of the Mercedes car. So good 7D there for Kiki on the front row of the grid, and is actually put TK down into third at the moment. That is crucial, I think, in the battle for the championship there. Remember why happens today, the championship cannot be won. Dynamo Dad 9,000 of a second up on his first time. The sickest month there, where is he? There he is, going into turn 1 and about to attack the circuit then, as his Hings and Brooksy has found a 10th of a second on this lap there. A very short, sharp lap this is then. I don't know how to go. I've got no setup then, got my own way, and then might just seriously might just quit then, unfortunately, as no setup there. So unfortunately, I think Cyrus Mushroom left the session here. I gotta be honest, that is absolutely rubbish. I think I had to drive with a decent setup one time, and it is the worst thing out. To be fair. Having said that, none of my setups are everyone. I just steal them. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for someone. Six Monks got a invalid time now, so Jay Higgs is 4 seconds off the pace. Sarah comes back into the pits, and Brooksy's also invalidated as well, unfortunately, in the Alfa Romeo. So then we've got 19 cars in this session now. Angry Dave has decided to call it a day after a very eventful, how many laps did he do? I don't know, but that might be one of the shortest careers in ALR history. Thanks for coming. Right, but Vintage is out on circuit at the moment. And where is he? There he is in the DRS range as well. There is Slayer coming out of the pits now. 6.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Knowlesy, good luck, Bronze. Why don't we just add a sprint length into the actual race? More laps and more strategy, and we can keep the format. Would actually allow for review to come back as well. Whoa, Vintage off the circuit. And whilst I was reading the sprint race chat there, my word, though. To be honest, I quite like the Qatar race where they had to pit every 20 laps. I thought it made a really exciting race. To be fair, maybe something like that were happening. I do think actually Lando Norris made a very good point, and as Jay Higgs there is just doing a bit of lawnmower in there. Lando Norris says he likes itemites are getting a bit too greedy at the Ducks build there, unfortunately. So that time is going to be struck off. Unfortunately, Marsky's starting his lap now. Vintage going for another bite of terror. Just watching New Potato, who's the championship leader, but he is not on a lap then. Vintage coming across the line then to go for a broke again. He's done an 18 now. Let's see what Marsky is doing as he comes down now then. Right then. Yeah, Lando Norris said the best actually. I quite like it'd be cool if you can have the mixture of strategies where you go for where you're sprint strategies, not like a sprint race, but strategies where you had to change tires quite a lot. Then, like in Qatar, where you had like every 20 laps or so. And then, of course, some races where you have to babysit the tyres. I'm not sure how that will work, to be fair, but I quite like that variety. It's the spice of life, isn't it, Aaron? In my opinion, and yes, but yeah. But no, one thing I don't like, I'm not a fan of the sprint races, to be honest. I don't like it, but of course, I don't want to sound too grumpy or not tonight there. But I do think that having a sprint race in Miami is probably I don't really know what to think about that. Because we've had 2 really lackluster races. I'm not be great for. Here's Marsky. Coming across the line, 1800 of a second quicker. Marsky has had, of course, a Grand Prix winner this season, so he's now a 2-time Grand Prix winner in bronze there. Here's Vintage. Vintage is almost out of deployment. That may have hurt him there. Coming across the line, 15 fast there from Vintage in front of both McLaren, or should I say one McLaren now. New Potato fighting the Ferrari, and he is currently going for his 12th pole position of his career in ALR. Can he be the first driver ever to win 2 bronze championships? He won the first bronze championship. Can he win the second? Can he win his second one then? TK then aiming to be the 5th ever bronze champion. Itemizer has 6 bronze ever champion. I apologize. Itemizer has gone up into 6 fast, and he's very close to the limit of that car. Itemizer is. Slayer then going down into the pine tree. Into the pits comes New Potato. Has he got enough time to come in and get another time on the board? Marsky then also racing to come back in as well. Of course, remember, I think we said Gurman tried to do this on Sunday, but he's going to get caught out. I think he's going to get thrown back onto the circuit. No, he isn't. Oh, goodness me. Marsky, I'm an expert at that. Fantastic. Gurman tried to do that on Sunday, didn't he? He got thrown back to the Magulio turn, didn't he? So maybe Codemaster's been a bit, whoa, as the 2 Mercedes there almost tripping over each other. That's not ideal for Kaz to start his lap then. Mushroom, no pits, I had to do it in Mexico, and no setup one. So we've also got, I think the one race that should have one and would work brilliantly would be Bahrain now. Yeah, Bahrain has free DRS as well, doesn't it now? So I would think, I'm just a flat no for sprint races. If you want to watch sprint races, go watch F2. So that's just my opinion of it, to be fair. I think sprint races are better in lower Formula then. as Angry Dave is not a fan of the older comments there. I'm not sure if he's talking about my comments or whatnot, but yeah. But there we go. Well, we've had a lot of reserves that haven't really fit to the bill, haven't they? And probably jumping in and out of ALR races recently is probably I'm up to my neck in it really. Right, cars then coming out of the final turn, and let's see what cars can do now then. Coming over the grid hatches there and goes 17th fastest at the moment there. Scooby Stew currently then is not going to pit, is not going to go for a time at the moment there. New Potato currently fast at the moment then with Kiki second, TK in third position, Brooksy in fourth at the moment there. Duncan Davis a 10th for a second up at the moment now, and he's coming down Magulio. Let's see what he can do then. He's currently in the top 8 at the moment, but he's lost a lot of time in the second split time, and unfortunately he's got no time to harvest either. He may have just about enough time for one more run. Swan Shanks also is invalidated his time now. 3 seconds down in the second split time, but I think the Swan Shanks now go for broke then. 20 seconds to go. Nope, we got a minute and 20 seconds to go. Then flicking past me now. Let's see what these let's see what they're trying to do then. Is TK out as well, and we're just about 17 seconds left in this qualifying session then. Who is going to be on pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix? Is at the moment New Potato then is about to start his lap now. We're on board now with New Potato then, the championship leader, coming down into turn 4 then. First sector time is upon us now, 27 hundredths of a second now. Running slightly right then, coming out of turn 6 then, cut up into the technical part of 7 now. As you can see then, he's almost just under half usage of the ERS deployment now. Coming into the horseshoe as well. Now down into the pine tree before accelerating away and coming back up into the ducks build then before accelerating away and coming down into the dive. And we've got the junction coming up next, and there's an Alpine right in front of us there. And look at that, New Potato about 34 hundredths of a second up there. Accelerating away. The Alpine's got right out of New Potato as well. I think the New Potato would have liked that Alpine to give him a bit of a slip machine there. DRS right. No! And New Potato has abandoned his time, come into the pits. Kiki's found a 10th for a second in the first sector. And TK is starting his lap as well. Brooks, he's found 3/10 of a second here. And that's second position there. He is on the front row, 300ths of a second away from New Potato. And it's not enough for pole position just yet there. Goodness me. Well, that was pretty incredible. Kiki, goodness gracious me, as into the pits comes the Mercedes now. Kiki has lost a bit of time in the second split time here, and that's not ideal, is it? We've got an Aston Martin coming through the final turn there. Sigismund going 8 fastest there. Sigismund is. What about Kiki coming over the line? Then Kiki does not improve by 007 there. He's got a license to thrill. Here's Vessier, then Vessier's got to find time. He's only 11th. He's out of the top 10. A disaster for the championship protagonist here tonight. Oh dear. Dynamo Dan then, who is just accelerated out there. We've got Jay Hings out there as well. Here is the second Ferrari, 4/10 of a second. He has found in the second sector now. Over the line he comes then for Jay Hings. Third fastest there. Good stuff indeed there. TK has found 700 of a second. Is that enough? No, it's not. Then I think New Potatoes on pole position then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. That's exactly what he needed to do. That is New Potatoes' 12th pole position of his career in ALR. Fantastic stuff indeed. Really magnificent stuff, Ed. And that is his 6th pole position of the season as well for himself and for the Ferrari team there. I thought it was someone getting a 5-second penalty, 5 place penalty there as I looked up. But no, it's all fine and dandy. And yes, indeed, what incredible qualifying that was then. But it's New Potato. That is exactly what he needs to do. That is perfect stuff indeed there from New Potato. Pole position there by 3,500 seconds from Brooksy in second. Jay Higgins in third with Kiki fourth. TK fifth. Slayer, Itemizer, and Sigismund completes the top 8. And those top 8 are the top 8 that can score points in the sprint race coming up in just a jiffy.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, not the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, round 20 of the ALR Formula One World Championship, our final sprint race of the season. As Ted Tango said in the build-up to the race itself, we have had some action-packed races, haven't we, in the sprint over the past 2 days. Are we going to get a third one here? Well, we're going to find out now. Then, of course, this is before, because this is our last stop in Brazil this week, before we then go to Vegas on Sunday, which is going to be interesting to say the least, isn't it? All right, then, let's go through the grid then. And look, this is one sprint race there where we've had a bit of alternative attackers there. Medium for Jay Higgs, medium for Duncan Dave, for Moomin and for Marsky. Everyone else is on the soft compound tyres. Let's go for the grid. It is New Potato on pole position then for the sprint race. Brooksy is alongside him on row 1. Brooksy's got nothing to lose. He is not in the championship fight. New Potato is in the championship fight then. In a third position is Jay Higgs in the second Ferrari. Ferrari at the moment there on the cusp of being crowned the Constructors' Champions. Kiki in fourth position with TK in fifth in the Williams car. 6 is Slayer with 7th position. Isa, sick as mutt there. Once again, keeping up his incredible form as of late then. Flying into 8th position there. Good stuff. Dynamo Dan in 9th position. Duncan Davis in 10th with Vessier in 11th. 12th position is Swan Shanks, almost into the back of the Red Bull. 13th is Moomin. 14th is Marsky, 15th is Kaz, 16th Vintage there. 17th position is Styles, 18th is Scooby Stew, and Serious Mushroom in 19th position there. 19 cars are in this race set. 12 laps for the sprint race there before you do 36 laps of the Grand Prix itself. New Potato there. I think is Brooksy going to go have a lunge down into Brooksy going to have a lunge down into the center S of turn 1 there. I'm going to be honest, as far as Brooksy, I'll definitely be chucking it down the inside there with a New Potato, knowing that he needs to extend us in the championship. It's 10 points at the moment now. He cannot win it today, but of course he can make brilliant moves and brilliant gains though. If in going into Las Vegas in a week's time, of course, just looking to see what's going on. I agree, but one gimmicky they have is every tire compound used in qualifying for the spring qualifying. I do agree with that. Actually, that's pretty cool to be fair. We've also got bottom of the last lap. Slayer said then there's the top 5, and then there's the rest of the field. Then Vessier said he's terrible. Then after having a disappointing qualifying, can't believe I've hit the wall. My pace is really good there. Controller's died now. I've got my is that we're racing here? Serious Rush there. Hopefully his controller's working now. It is going to be lights out, and we are go here in Sao Paulo. Let's go. And Brooks has had a great start. He's already alongside the new Potato into turn 1 there, and he has done it there. Great stuff indeed there. That's contact there. And goodness me, as Jay Higgs has been thrown off the circuit. And my goodness gracious me, Kiki out of the race. Oh gosh, that's huge crash there. And Dynamo done there. I'm going to be honest there. I think that I think it was at the AlphaTauri going into jumping into turn 1 there. I think it may have been. It's a VSC and almost Brooksy going into the back of New Potato here. Oh goodness gracious me there as my word there as Jay Higgs has dropped all the way down to 19th position there. Kiki out of the race there. Dynamo Dan also getting caught up in that melee as well. A chaotic start like we've had in every single sprint race over these past couple of days here. Luckily it's the last of the season. New Potato down in position there. Down in position is Duncan Dave, and Dynamo Dan unfortunately getting caught up in all the shenanigans there along with Jay Higgs as well. Down into 60th position. Kiki will start 20th on the grid then. Brooksy is currently leading the way then. Up 4 positions, up 5 positions, Movement, 6th position is Styles, VSC at the moment then, so it's just a VSC then, the safety car's not going to bunch these drivers up then. However, I would say though that as they fly past it now, then of course they're already bunched up there, and I think we're about to get racing already. Then the yellow flag, the VSC whatever, the VSC message disappeared momentarily, but I think it's back out again by the looks of things. So yes, we're still under VSC, albeit it looks like that there was attacking the track there. Dynamo Dan in the pits, Vintage in the pits as well, so unfortunately both drivers are getting issues then. But if the VSC is still up, it's coming in now, we're back racing, and here we go. And TK has had a great run on Itemizer, up in the third position there, trying to minimise the impact of this, and he's doing a great job then. TK's, remember, he's been so good in race trim this season, hasn't he? Remember last season, he had so many pole positions, but not much to show for in the championship battle. This season, though, is, oh, New Potato's off the circuit, goodness me! A New Potato has fallen off of the circuit, and my goodness me, and now he's behind TK. His great qualifying has come to nothing here, and moving all over the back then of New Potato. That is an absolute incredible stuff. What has happened here for the championship leader? I didn't even see, to be honest. I was just taking a look at TK, but New Potato down in 7th position there, and that is not ideal at all for the championship leader as it stands in terms of the championship. Then currently it's 10 points at the moment. Then it will be 5 points now. Then as it stands, Brooksy leads these sprint race. I think Brooksy's had a great. Has had great history in the sprint. Then can Swanshanks keep up with movement and get some points? And we got everything crossed for the Aston Martin driver here tonight. Then and now we got movement in all over the back of Newtown. One of Newtown's got damage then towards excursion off the circuit. Then of course these are ground effect machines, aren't they? So even going off of the roughest bit of circuit there, it's not going to be ideal. Then we have got a lot of overtaking and cars up in the 12th position there. Serious mushroom around the slip on the inside of Duncan Day, but nothing doing just that yet. Then and we also had a couple more changes of position there. Sick as Muck then down in the pine tree before accelerating away and coming up into the ducks field. Sick as Muck once again then recently in the latter stage of the season has been absolutely fantastic, hasn't he? Aston Martin and himself have really found something. Can Swanshanks find something as well and get some points then for this season then? Accelerated out the Joyce then, Yun Sal then. Brooksy's got a second and a quarter advantage over the rest of the field then, which is TK. TK ain't going to mind too much, so is he? I think every point will count in the last stage of the championship. Brooksy has set the pass on the race, but TK is coming out of him 6 months to set the pass on the race. And have a look on the inside, then up the inside. Bit of contact between himself and Itemizer. Seekers Merck had to turn into the steer there, so he was banging wheels and out of turn 3, then coming down now, then, and Seekers Merck coming on, going on him there, but Itemizer then brushing him on the side there as he, Seekers Merck then diving down the inside. And goodness me, and I'm wondering if that might have been a day late and $1 short. You know, here comes Slayer. Then Slayer going up into the horseshoe now. I'm feeling a corner too early there, but my goodness me, Sick as Muck then never shy, is he there? As he dived down the inside then. My goodness me, and I think that Itemizer maybe being a bit aggrieved by that. And second Red Bull is in 6th position. New Potato's got no pace at the moment now. He is 7 seconds behind Vestier. Well, hopefully he can regain some composure now then, but he's down in 7th. New Potato is so New Potato is not ideal at the moment now for the Ferrari driver. My word. Who's that then? It's Duncan Dave. Look at Scooby Stew on the outside down Magulio. Fantastic from the Alpine driver. And up into 15th position. Kaz has lost out to Sirius Mushroom. Sirius Mushroom, of course, is driving with a major handling problem. He has no... he's got to know. Whoa! Is Marsky lost out to Styles over to 10th position? Serious rush over a handling problem. Then, of course, he's got no setup on that Alfa Romeo, so he's going to be struggling. Then, Verstappen there. Tango is saying as that move down into turn 4, and I must say that I think that was very robust indeed. Then, look at this, and now going up the inside is movement, and some New Potatoes get off to defend there. New Potato, of course, went off the circuit on the opening couple of laps here, and it's now down in 7th position. TK is not within a second yet of Brooksy at this moment in time then, and you can see we're into the pine tree as well then for the Ferrari driver. Both Ferraris that unfortunately starting first and third, having a nightmare race in this one so far. Terrible for the Scuderia, unfortunately, at this stage of proceedings. Gap is now under a second, then between the top two of TK and Brooksy. There's going to be DRS now. Vestius had an almighty sluggish getaway out of the Jun Sal there, and this is an opportunity for the Ferrari driver of New Potato. He's all over the back now of the Red Bull. Is he going to have a go into the centre S? And he's got a lovely strip slip. He's got DRS and he's going on the outside. He has track position, does he? He does, but Vestius not going to give this one up without fight there. Vestius then not giving this one up at all, but New Potato's got the position. Professor of DRS because New Potato is really out of has really got himself out of sync, out of kilter here. And Vestier's back up. Itemizer is now back down into up in the third position. New Potato then running Vestier out wide there, and now moving is through as well, and up into seventh position there. New Potato then, but here's Vestier. He's going up the inside here. Goodness me, then, and the New Potato struggling. There's contact, and New Potato and Vestier have come to blows out, and New Potato going off the circuit, and he's got a 5-second penalty then. So unfortunately, I'm thinking the New Potato. And that's Swan Shanks has been nerfed off there in the background. Good heavens above there. Oh dear. Unfortunately, New Potato. I think he got a swapper on, didn't he? He got a swapper on and tried to correct the car. And unfortunately, there was 2 cars on the inside of him. And unfortunately, New Potato's now this race is going wrong very dramatically here. Styles off the circuit there. That's out of Yunsal. It is out of Yunsal then. Unfortunately, for Styles, accelerates away then. Brooks is still leading them, but we're just over half distance in this Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sirius mushing down into 11th position then because Jay Hings on medium tyres. Now, we haven't seen much about the medium tyres over the last 2 races of the sprint here in Sao Paulo, have we? But this is the first race where we haven't had no safety cars yet, and so this is where it's going to get very interesting indeed for the medium runners. Is that the better tyre to be on the... Oh, TK off the circuit! My goodness me! And the 2 championship protagonists having a major banana skin in this one there. Goodness me, it's like Mario Kart out there. And of course, goodness gracious me, I don't know what it is about that turn. I reckon someone's have put some banana skins down at the down at turn 6 and 7. Goodness gracious me! Oh my word, then. I think what New Potato probably wants now is that bullet. Is it that bullet or rocket ship? I don't know, or maybe that mushroom actually. But unfortunately, he is not the mushroom. That is Sirius mushroom. But I think that they've all. I'm not sure what's going on, and someone's put some oil down. We've got going at 3 wide where there is a crash sentence there. Unfortunately it is. And it's my goodness me, and who is that then? And Duncan Davis got past cars and moved himself up in the 13th position there. Yellow flag out again. Then New Potato is once again defended. He is really struggling out there. New Potato is, I'm not sure that Ferrari looks like that it's got a real bad problem since the get-go in this race. He's really struggled. Then yellow flag at Yunsao again when the Alpha Tires had initiative moving on the inside of the Ferrari. New Potatoes had to go for Itemizer's off the circuit. Now, goodness gracious, he's lost the end plate at the Red Bull. Oh my word. This is absolute chaos here. New Potatoes somehow still in 7th position as we've got Jay Higgs now back up into 8th there. And he's right behind his teammate when it was looking quite bad on the opening lap there, wasn't it? 1 retirement so far, which is Kiki, the other AlphaTauri, down in 18th position at this moment in time there. As Itemizer, where is Itemizer? Itemizer's off the circuit. Where has he gone then? I'm trying to look to where he is, to be honest. I don't actually know. But that's a problem. I think he's still going, isn't he? I think he's just touring. He is just touring, and so Itemizer has called it a day here in this one and out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, he's part of the exit of Mugulio. Unfortunately, then has now got Movement, who's got past Vestia, and now up in new situation. Contact was between the 2 championship rivals. I'm not sure if Vestia just got outshaked then, or if that was a nerf from New Potato then. But New Potato has incredible here. To be honest, there it looks like that there's a sheen on the right to the hill there, and Demarsky's up into 8th position, passes Jay Higgs and moves up into 8th position. He's in the points here. Remember, wherever you finish in the sprint race is of course where you're going to start in the Grand Prix at Southend. Brooksy leads by 3 seconds from 6th much in 2nd. Slayer in 3rd, TK down into 4th position there, moving in 5th position. 6th is Vessier, 7th is New Potato, 8th position is Marskin on. This is what we're focusing on the moment. Lap 9 out of 12 here, then 4 laps to go in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Action galore. Oh! And did he hit the back of the Red Bull? I'm not sure. I may just be seeing things there. We've got a bit of a cube yard movement now, haven't we, at the moment? But I think that moving on the medium tyres, I reckon that the medium tyres may start to go to run. But remember what Boxstyle did on Sunday? He did 17, 18 laps on those soft tyres, which is absolutely incredible, to say the least, wasn't it? And especially no DRS then, no defence there for movement. back on the inside though for movement. Very calmly done, very calculatedly done as well there for movement. And now Vesio there is all out of sync, and now the roles reversed them from a couple of laps ago. And Six Smoke lost out. Slayer's down in the second position. Great drive from Slayer tonight in the sprint, and coming down into turn 4 again then. But it's all it's all square, believe it or not. Then that Six Smoke there is not giving up, is he, in this battle between himself and the Mercedes car at the moment. But Six Smoke on the podium here in the sprint. Magnificent stuff indeed there for Six Smoke. Then is a battling by the pine tree then as well. Good stuff indeed then. Brilliant. We've got 2 retirements so far. That is not brilliant. Sick as Muck is not giving this one up without fight, is he? Brooks at well now has got a 3.2 second gap. He's currently yellow flag then, and it is Duncan Dave in the second Williams car. Excuse me, I've got my headset stuck in my jumper. Duncan Dave there has gone off the circuit there, out of the pine tree, and dropped down into 14th position. I don't know what's this then, and I don't even know what I was looking at, to be honest. So Slayer and Singers right there going side by side. Jay Higgs got 3 seconds about. That's costly, and Singers went back through. And what's going on here then? Oh my gosh, and that's the Ferrari 6 and 7 finish, and that is what they want, but both Ferraris have got penalties. So the drivers behind them are going to gain a position at the very least then, with the penalties that they've got then in those 2 Ferraris. And so unfortunately, unless they get their skates on these last two laps, which I'd be absolutely astounded if they can find 3 and 5 seconds between them, then they will unfortunately drop down down into 10th position at the very least. McLaren off for Styles, and unfortunately having a major problem at Young Sao, unfortunately for the McLaren team then. Look at this battle here then. So Brooksy then go for his 2nd sprint race win of his career. Fantastic. Somebody, Duncan Dave's got a 3 second penalty, but we've still got a couple more laps to go. Well, we've got 2 more laps to go to be precise then, haven't we? But Brooksy dominating. He loves these these short formats, doesn't he? I did say Mayhem will be in the sprint, but this has been excessive. Ted Tango is saying it certainly has there. I've certainly been earning my chocolate check tonight. Fantastic. And we're just back with Sigurdsmark is through. He is through. No, it's Slayer through. And TK is helping it on both of them. We've also got Vester getting past the floor. There's the championship leader at the inside of Movement. He's done it, has he? Not quite. And then Movement's got up the inside to the centre, but on the outside. And through onto the inside. Now goes the Ferrari as well. Vester there. I'm not sure we teleport down. Look at this. And now they're coming back down into turn 4, and Vester's had a look there. There's oh my goodness gracious me. And somehow they've all got through unscathed. An incredible racing out there. Really good stuff indeed. I was going to say it's probably worth just staking back for the Ferrari, but having said that, you probably can't now. Yellow flag then, as one of the McLaren's having an issue there. Look at how condensed it's getting here. Remember that there is a point, there's a couple of points on offer here in the sprint race on lap 12, as Brooks is coming into Yun Sao for the 12th and final time there, after an incredible race for Brooks. This is going to be a 2nd sprint race win of his career. There is problems for the Haas of Marsky. He's dropped down into 10th position out of the final turn. Brooksy takes his 2nd sprint race win of his career. Brilliantly done indeed for himself and Alfa Romeo, with Slayer in 2nd, Sigurdsmark in 3rd. TK recovered to 4th position there. New Potato there with unfortunately trying, he's got a 5 second penalty for the corner cut. Of course, the corner cut was mainly trying to keep himself out of the rest of the cars, but he can't take position now. That's good stuff there from the Ferrari and New Potato. Versier is in 6th position there, but could have been a lot better for TK and for Versier, but I think the Versier with a appalling qualifying will be overjoyed with that result to get himself into 6th position. TK has found himself into 4th position as well then. Incredible race, and that was wow, what a race that was. I love that. That was a great one. Brooksy taking his 2nd sprint race win of his career here in Sao Paulo. Very good stuff indeed. That both Alfa Romeos enjoying that. Then I don't know where Serge Marshall came actually, to be honest. Serge was the driver of the day on screen now. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from the sprint race here in Brazil. Brooksy taking his 2nd sprint race win of his career. 2nd position is Slayer. 3rd is Sigurdsmark with TK in 4th. Moving in 5th position. 6th is Versier. 7th Serge Marshall. 8th is New Potato then. I think that New Potato might be happy-ish with 8th in the end there. Wolves are scored, by the way. 9th edition is Jay Hings. 10th edition is Scuba Stew. Great job for Scuba Stew. Cards in 11th. 12th position is Marsky. 13th, Swanshanks. Duncan Dave. 14th. 15th, Dynamo Dan. 16th is Vestio. Star 17th. Itemizer 18th. And 19th is Kiki. Both retiring, Itemizer and Kiki, from the Brazilian sprint race then.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
BoxBox proudly powers ALR then through our journey of Formula One. Then fantastic stuff indeed. Of course, it helps you with live timing, getting your favorite gyro widgets as well. Then, and also it will keep you up to date for the testing, which begins in February, 90 odd days time. I'm still counting it down then because I haven't got much else. Right, let's get on with the feature. No, it's not the feature race. Good heavens, it is the Grand Prix itself, man. Moving, wow, I love Excel? Goodness me, Excel. Equals is set up there. It's got me 5th position. Can't believe it. Got it. Got pushed off Swanshanks. Unfortunately, we're sitting at Swanshanks. Kaz is happy with Scooby Stew. Good job there. I've also got Slayer, saying GG then. Echo, early Merry Christmas, lads. Miss you guys, Ed. Good stuff indeed, Echo. Hope you have a lovely Christmas indeed, my good sir, albeit we've only got 20 days left until Christmas, haven't we? I've got to sort my Christmas shopping out. GG cards there, as GG sick as Matt there. GG everyone then, very nice in the comments, and that's what I like to see. Yes, indeed, there's been very negative in the comments, hasn't it? Over yesterday as well, of course. So great stuff indeed there. So keep. That's what I like to see. A bit of sportsmanship in the comments there gives me a happy, jolly old smile. Then I almost feel like Santa. I may look like him as well, apart from I'm not in red tonight. Right, so let's go through the grid then. But before we do so, tyre strategy. Kaz is on the soft, everyone else on the medium or the hard compound tyres. I have no idea if that's a good strategy or not for anyone out there. But what I do know is that we're going to have 36 laps of fast, furious, and frantic action. Let's go for the grid. Brooksy first, second is Slayer with Sick as Muck in third. TK in fourth position there. TK then is starting in front of his championship rival now. New Potato had no pace in the sprint. He's going to be concerned shortly. Fifth is Movement. Sixth is Vestia in front of his championship rival now. Vestia is, but he needs to outscore New Potato a bit by some decent amount of points. Serious Russian, no setup then, but still in seventh. Good stuff. New Potato, don't know what's going on with the Ferrari there, but he lacked pace majorly in the sprint there, didn't he? Really struggling. Ninth is Hings. 10th is Scooby Stew. Great stuff from Scuba Stew. Can he stay there? 11th is Cars. 12th Morsky. Swanshanks there. Can he get some points in 13th? Duncan Dave in 14th. Dynamo Dan is 15th. 16th position is Vintage. 17th is Stars. 18th is Itemizer. Kiki and 19th position. 19 cars about to line up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Oh, Scooby Stew was disqualified. That's not an ideal start then. As Brooksy there, look at that. He is shaking with intent here, Brooksy has said he wants a Grand Prix win, doesn't he, here tonight? And he's already got a sprint race win. Can Brooksy get his second race win of his career here tonight? And half the grid is pointed down. Half the grid is pointed up. We are lights out here in Brazil. Sorry, Sao Paulo. It is safety car, drive-through penalty, and that is a damp squid indeed then, and that Alpine car is launched off the grid then, so a safety car. We haven't had this problem in a very long time, but we've now got to have a rolling start then, which is quite apt, isn't it, here in, we're in South America, rather than America, goodness gracious me, but a safety car and a lot of drive-through penalties there as well, and I'm not sure, Styles and Kiki's got a penalty, so has TK, oh my word, and a 5-second penalty for Slayer as well. But TK has a drive-through penalty. Styles and Kiki does as well. But it's one of the championship protagonists. Good heavens above here. Oh, my word. That is going to be some serious anger in that Williams car, I think. That. Oh, my word. Then a safety car is out straight away then. And And goodness gracious me, that as Slayer unhappy because Moomin has passed him under the safety car, and that's why Slayer got a 5-second penalty. Unfortunately, I think that. Unfortunately, though, I don't think that will be reviewed at the end of the race. I think Slayer, as the stewards there, were sorting this out, but unfortunately for TK, the drive-through penalty is going to lose them an abundance amount of time there. Safety car out, and of course we haven't had this problem in a very long time, and unfortunately the safety car has really ruined a couple of drivers' race. Slayer potentially, but 3 drivers in particular, Kiki, Styles, and TK, all drive-through penalties in this one because of the safety car is out of the boat. Goodness me, that's going to be very contentious. Is anyone going to come in the pits early? I wonder if I was Kaz, I would have come in the pits. Get rid of those soft tires and throw on a set of hards, baby. But luckily, Kaz is not me. That was probably the wrong tire choice anyway. Because after, I don't really know what the best tire choice is, to be honest. There is Ted Tango was saying about the. Knowles is saying a lobby restart here, so it is a lobby restart. So, yeah, so. So the lobby restart then to sort the safety car mess out here. So I think though that is not too bad. Well, I think that's the right decision, isn't it? Because of course, then it was only fair as there as the as we're just going to get a couple of drivers then having get is a Brooksy there and taking out Burt Mylander, which I'm happy that Brooksy's done that because to be honest, Burt Mylander at this circuit indeed took me out as well, shamefully then. So yes, I'm happy that Brooksy did that there because I do not hold a grudge. That was probably an F1 2021, I think, where he took me out. But yes, we're about to get going then for this one. Well, it seems like Bronze have gone with the third option, Mayhem in both sessions. Ted Tango saying, as Kat saying, we're restarting because of the safety car then. Because of the safety car then, as that's why, because it caused absolute chaos. And to be fair, I think that safety cars in the end of the lap there, so we got a Ferrari ghosting then. All right, I'm going to leave this session. I know I don't even know why I'm in there. So hopefully we'll get going in as a Brooksy has said unfair there. So Brooksy not happy there. Casal can race. Kaz is saying then. Well, if we can get in the session, I suppose he could then. Half time, by the way. Wolves 1, Burnley 0. Then if anyone's interested. To be honest, I don't even know. I thought I got rid of those notifications, but never mind. Oh, and I got another notification as well. Great stuff. Just what I needed. Serious Rush is saying then. So I think Serious Rush should be up with that because I think that he is going to be able to get his setup on as well. No reason for a restart. Brooksy is saying there, as of course, I think that because we have had the racing before where we have continued with the safety car, but of course, it is the steward's prerogative on this one, isn't there? And potentially with the championship in such fine balance there, maybe that this was the only way that the stewards could be able to determine a fair outcome to this race set. But anyway, this is as we are now going to get ready for the start of the Grand Prix itself. No sprint race now. We're going to go straight into the race itself, which is good stuff indeed then. It's up to a very toasty 9 degrees in here now. I'm refusing to turn my heating on, but unfortunately I might catch pneumonia, unfortunately. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh dear, oh dear. Can't say why change tires as it was a waste of time because of a restart. I didn't know it was a restart at the time, to be honest. That's why I would have jumped into the pits and thrown on a set of hard tires. That would have been myself personally. But as I said, that strategy calls is not my foray. To be honest, I probably would have thrown a set of monsoon tires on, but that's impossible because monsoon tires do not exist anymore. Then. As now then is we are getting ready for the start of the race itself, hopefully then, and this is going to get very good indeed then. Hopefully for the race itself then, but let's see how this one transpires then tonight then. I had no idea. I thought that Sick as Mug had a bad start at the same time, realising when we got to turn one and let everyone else through. Movement was saying that. Well, it's water under the bridge now, isn't it? Now as we get as we're about to hopefully get ready for this race in just a few moments' time. Then hopefully, because ideally I'd like to I'd like to go to bed before 9 o'clock tonight, but I think that was a bit of a stretch anyway, wasn't it? Here in these sprint races. This is the final sprint race of the season now, as we are going to Las Vegas in a week's time. Then I'm looking forward to Las Vegas. I must say that Las Vegas really was a really good race in the real world of Formula 1, but I think it's going to be a good race in ALR as well. Then of course where we're going to be racing in gold, silver, and bronze. Then looking forward to those races. And of course, and then we finish off the season in Abu Dhabi. Then just before Christmas as well. So so looking forward to that as well. I am looking forward to looking forward to having a couple of days off for Christmas, but unfortunately I haven't got many days off either, which is disappointing stuff indeed. Hence why I'm not in a very good mood tonight. Goodness me. Well, we're still at the moment now, just waiting for this race to get going. Then, so congratulations to Brooks, who won his second sprint race of his career, hoping to win his second Grand Prix of his career as well. Then, so yes, as we're raring to get going in this one, let's just take a reminder of the drivers and the constructors standings then from bronze. This does not include the sprint race because I haven't got my quick mass hat on then. But what we do know is that New Potato still leads then with second position of TK. Third is Vessier. Now, Vessier hanging on then. Great race for Vessier in the end. And I think out of all three championship protagonists, Vessier would probably be the happiest after qualifying down in 11th in the qualifying. Then we got Jay Higgs in 4th position. True Potts in 5th with Kiki in 6th position. 7th is Slayer with a New Potato 8th. Brooksy in 9th position. Marsky is 10th. Then we got Winnie in 11th position. Dynamo Dan is 12th. Smithy Almighty 13th with Vintage 14th. Duncan Day 15th. Styles 16th. Tickers Muck on a great run at the moment in 17th. Itemize are 18th. 19th is Scooby Stew. And at 20th is Swan Shanks at the moment now. Hats off, by the way, to Sirius Mushroom making his 20th Grand Prix start tonight. Vessier making his 19th Grand Prix start tonight. Kiki making his 19th start tonight, as is Marsky and Winnie's missed the race, unfortunately. Slayer making his 19th start as well. Good stuff indeed there. And Smithy Almighty and Styles also making his 20th start. Styles and Sirius Mushroom, the only two drivers in this current field that has started every single race this season. So well done to both those drivers. Hats off to them indeed. Then a good hustle indeed. Albeit Sirius Mushroom is feeling the cosh tonight then with some of his luck there as we get going then. Oh, you can't say maybe the stewards won't notice the tire change. Unfortunately, I've read that up now, so let's just hope the stewards are not listening to me. We've also got Moomin saying, almost forgot to pick my car again. Moomin is saying, and of course, that is, yes, indeed. Then, of course, hopefully you can pick your car as we are now getting ready for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Round 20 of this race, and of course, as we've had a bit of a delay, then there's a safety car was triggered on the Grand Prix start itself there, and the stewards deemed it a race restart, a red flag straight away. So we're having another race restart to get this one underway. Then hopefully in not too long time. Then mainly because I am also very cold indeed. Then, but yes, indeed. Then this is our final race here in Interlagos, Brazil. Then before we go to Las Vegas in a week's time. Then where we are down to the final two rounds of the championship. Then whatever happens here tonight. Then Williams can still win. Ferrari can still win the constructors' championship. But in terms of the drivers' championship, that cannot be won, but potentially could be won in Las Vegas. And what a way to win it if they can. Selfishly, I'd love it to go on to Abu Dhabi. As we'll get going in. As Moomin is saying that this race is being manipulated, man, as the go-to Lewis Hamilton would say. Well, well, hopefully we don't get anything like that. Then I don't think that the stewards have the power to bring out the safety car and then leave it out until the very last minute and then bring it in. Otherwise, that would be interesting, wouldn't it, to say the least? Pass it on, please. I'll do whatever I can for the America Championship as I am the number 2 driver. Kaz is saying, in terms of the Constructors' Championship for the Mercedes team, I think the Mercedes are in a scrap at the moment with the Alfa Romeo team and with the Alpine team there. It's quite close in the middle of the pack there. So I think that what Mercedes wants is probably as many points there as possible, really, for the Mercedes team to hopefully get themselves up in the fourth position in the Constructors' Championship. However, Brooksy has just won a sprint race there, and he's on pole position for the race itself. And so Brooksy in fine position at the moment there as we are now just waiting for the drivers to get themselves ready for the formation lap then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a complete new race here. So we're going to restart. So the start procedure is like they said, it's going to be another formation lap then, followed by lining up on the grid and get going then for this one. Jake needs to say that. He's saying he's in Lewis's car. Laugh out loud. Movement is saying, and it's we are now ready to get going. And well, hopefully, Slayer is driving that Mercedes car a lot better than what both Mercedes drivers have done this season, haven't they? He's doing a great job in this championship. In 7th position, Slayer is 14 points away from Kiki. Well, that's going to be a lot less than that now because I think he finished 7th. So there's only 7 points between himself and Kiki, who was actually last on the grid there, and it's going to get very interesting. Indeed. Right, Bronze, take 2, or we will see Tam then as we get ready for the 36 laps around this race then. And of course, we've just got the tyre strategy there. Hard tyres there for Jake the Slayer, for Kiki, Itemize on Duncan, Dave, Marvski, Scooby Stew, and Jay Hings. Everyone else on the hard tyres then as we now go through the. Take 1, repeated. Then Ted Tiger said, "How am I 6th and not 5th?" Then is Movement saying, "Then well, let's go through the grid, shall we?" And it is Brooksy who is on first position then for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix with Slayer in second position, Sickest Muck in third, TK in fourth position, New Potatoes in fifth with Movement in sixth position. Seventh position is Vessier with Cirrus Mushroom in 8th. 9th is Jay Higgs with 10th position is Scooby Stew. 11th is Kaz Marvski in 12th position. Swanshanks 13th. Duncan Dave is in 14th. 15th is Dynamo Dan Vintage in 16th. Stars in 17th. Itemize are 18th. Kiki in 19th position there as we are getting ready for the start of the race and itself. So we come down to Mergulio. Mergulio the dive as we get going then. So 36 laps then around the Brazilian Grand Prix. Absolutely lovely, isn't it? It's like a bowl, isn't it, around Brazil? As Ted Kravitz normally says, not Ted Tango, Ted Kravitz right about now. If you go out to the back of the paddock there, you can see the whole of the circuit. It's a brilliant circuit indeed. I do enjoy the circuit. It is one of the best Brazilians. It's one of the best circuits on the calendar, isn't it? As Brooks is now lined up on the grid there on the medium compound tyres. A lot of rumours about the Spanish Grand Prix going to Madrid in 2026. That'll be interesting, won't it? Anyway, more importantly for that, then I kind of hope to see Andretti on the grid for 2026, but still no news at the moment there, which is not a good sign. 36 laps around here then, as the top 2 of Brooksy and the Slayer on the front row of the grid then, and the Sickest Muck who's never shined for position with TK in fourth position. Then let's get going for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix then, and we're just waiting for the lights and we can see the lights just at the top of the screen. Now we can then. It's lights out, and away we go here in Brazil then. Take 2 is Ted Tango set as we race down into turn 1 there. And then Brooksy has cut across there and taken the lead then. Sick as Mug, what a start. Up into second position already, fantastic. The Alpine scampering off the circuit then. Now we got New Potato is fighting at the moment there with Vessier and moving as we go down into turn 4 here. And there is the tyre strategy as a New Potato then fighting, isn't there? Getting his elbows out here, isn't there? And he's through and up into 6th position, back up into 5th position, say that. Vessier on the outside, Vessier's down with a 6th position there. Vessier, remember, he's in the championship fight. Nuke Movement is not there. And going up the inside, yellow flags at the back of the field. Then what's happened? No one is in the back of the field. It's actually, who is that? That's one of the, Scooby Stew having issues there. Duncan Davis pass, Itemize up into 11th position there. There's Itemize dropped down to 12th there. Oh, goodness gracious me, then, as they come out of the Ducksville down into Magulio then. That one come out to complete lap 1 there. there. Scuba Stew right down in the back of the field. That unfortunately, not sure what happened to Scuba Stew. He got damaged down the Alpine car. Just taking a look then, see what is occurring. Then he's okay by the looks of things, but these cars are so incredibly designed here, aren't they? That but we're not even sure that if there might be damage there. It doesn't look like it visually though. New Potato is now in the fourth position and passes Slayer. Oh goodness me! And through and under the fourth position. And New Potato taking no prisoners at the opening stage of this in this Sao Paulo Grand Prix. If I get my words out, no DRS yet. So Slayer then down 3 positions. A terrible start for the Mercedes driver then, but he's all over the back now of the Ferrari, having a look down into turn 4, but he decides better over there. Slayer at this moment in time then with moving in 6th position there. Vessia in 7th. Cirrus Mushroom in 8th position. Well, then back on board with the Alpine car. Brooksy 4/10 of a second up the road there from 6th. Then 6th is going to be pushing. It's moving up the inside. Passes Slayer. Slayer's got some issues. He is driven down the order. What's happened to Slayer? I reckon it might be. Is it the hard tires? I reckon. Yes, I think it is. And the hard tires are starting to fire up. I think then Swanshanks is in the pits. There. That's a nightmare for Swanshanks there. Into the duck spill there, accelerated away. Can Vesser get past the Mercedes driver as well? Coming down to the dive once again. Brooksy's still leading the way then by 6/10 of a second now from Sickest Mutt there. As it's a fast and frantic start. Then Marsky is out of DRS range. DRS will be available at the end of this lap then as we go down into turn 4. Look at them flying past me now then. Oh no! Stalls off the circuit. Brooksy has set the fast lap race. TK has quickly eclipsed that fast lap and is back up and is in third position. DRS is now being enabled. Can New Potato get out of the DRS range? Oh, Moomin, that is his next task. I think that, however, Moomin has just about stayed in that DRS detection zone. And there he is, coming down the hill there. But I think Sickest Mutt, they're pushing Brooksy all the way at the moment, isn't he? Sickest Mutt, there's TK, then TK, then of course spun on the sprint race, didn't it? And cost him valuable points for tension the championship quest there. My word. This is going to get very hair and scare indeed in this one, isn't it? Itemizer are having a sniff there on Marsky, and the hard runners are struggling. At this stage, Itemizer up the inside there. I'm not even sure. I don't think that was a bona fide overtake. I think he misjudged his braking point now. But what a maneuver anyway. But Marsky is muscling his way back through up the inside into the duck spill then. And Marsky now up into 10th position there. Down to 11th is Itemizer. And of course now Itemizer has the meat and the half sandwich. And Dynamite Dan there, a runner-up in bronze last season. Now down in 12th position at the moment in the Haas car, all over the back now of Itemizer. Brooksy has lost out because look at that, Sickest Mutt has taken the lead then. And as we heard already last week in Formula 2 when Sickest Mutt was having a chat with us, that he has really found something in this Aston Martin. Marsky's lost 2 positions there. He has lost out to his teammate and to Itemizer as well. But look at Sickest Mutt there once again, and it's going on the outside of Brooksy is there. And goodness gracious me, Brooksy trying to go on the outside, but Sickest Mutt keeps the position now as it goes side by side. Wow, incredible stuff indeed there. Cirrus Mushroom and Hings are also swapping positions as well there. Sickest Mutt currently leads the Brazilian Grand Prix. Remember in Silverstone last season, that was one of his highest highlights of his career in ALR so far for Sickest Mutt. But now then, he is very much on the ascendancy recently, as he's really clawed himself out of the bottom. He's still going to be in the bottom half of the championship standings there, but a bit of a renaissance as of late. Then very interesting to see what the likes of Sickest Mutt, Kiki, and Winnie can do next season if they have a full season under their belt with these 2023 machines there, because all 3 of them have been splendid this season, haven't they, to say the least. Marta's now Sickest Mutt there, trying to break the slipstream now, as they go over the grid hatch as well. And here comes TK. Then we're on board now with TK having a look there, but no dice at it. Look at this, and look at that. And Sickest Mutt on the outside. Brooksy's gone off the circuit and scampered off the circuit. Where am I? I'm there, but he takes the lead. Oh, goodness me, that's contentious indeed, isn't it? Yellow flag in the back when I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, my goodness me. And he's almost onto the grass, and it's Brooksy's trying to fight, but Sickest Mutt retakes the lead there, but he's gone on the inside, and TK is up and under magnificent race in there. Aggressive on the line there, but what a fantastic bit of battling. I love that. Brooksy back up into the lead. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. Wow. Very aggressive, but I gotta say, very aggressive, but borderline. But it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? There, and I say, bring it on, magnificent stuff indeed there in this one. Top 3 are now a second in front of New Potato, but this battle in there is going to see if might rail in New Potato, and they're all still in DRS range of each other. Jake the Slayer has now found some heat into those hard tires. He is the highest run on the hard tires. So Jay Hings second on the hard tires with Itemizer, Mars Dusky and Kiki, Scooby Stew and Duncan Dave, all on the hard tires. Across the line they come again. Then Sigismund, they're going from first to third in the matter of moments there. I think one of the contentious parts was certainly Brooksy scampering off of the centre S out of turn 1 and 2. Then Itemites are back in front of Dynamo Dan. And there he goes in 10th and 11th. And that is the battle for the final points there. Whether the Brooksy was forced off the road, then was he not given enough space, remains to be seen there. But it's certainly going to be a contentious subject. But however, the race stewards have not given Brooksy any issues or any time penalties. So it's all fair. Well, Dynamo Dan off the circuit, though, isn't he? Goodness gracious me! Well, it's all fair then in terms of the game stewards anyway. Then, but Brooksy there is on his way and leads this Brazilian Grand Prix. He is a Grand Prix winner. Can he become a 2-time Grand Prix winner in bronze there? And look at this. And like in silver last night, we had it about the top 8 there, very much Lionel Stern. We've now got almost the top 9 there. Itemites are 4 seconds away at the moment, but him, Morsky, and Dynamo Dan are very much having an almighty scrap at the moment. Then battling there might not have been the wisest, allowing a 3-car battle become a 5-car battle in the space of 30 seconds. Ted Tango is saying that. Definitely isn't there. That was a lot of battling as well, wasn't it? Because now they've allowed Nude to Potato, Moomin, Slayer on hard tires, Vessia, Cirrus Mushroom, and Jay Hings to all get involved in this scrap now. It was incredible to watch, though, wasn't it? I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic, wasn't it? I must say, I think that might be one of the most replayed parts of the bronze season this season. There is dicing away down into turn 4. It's absolutely magnificent to see that. New Potato still struggling to keep up then, even with DRS range there. But New Potato, the championship leader at the moment there, he is losing out to TK by 6 points now. The championship lead, I've forgotten what it was, but championship lead will be definitely well in single figures now. It's probably about 1 or 2 points now, isn't it? But as it stands, then TK is still not the leader of the championship yet. If it stays out as TK needs to win this race, if New Potato still finishes 4th today. Anyway, that's a very rough guide of what I'm thinking. Styles, off the circuit, we talked about Cirrus Mushroom and handling problems. Styles has got the same issue, I think, now in that McLaren. Unfortunately, they're struggling to keep it on circuit. Brooksy has gapped TK on this lap there. And look at that, though. New Potato's had a very good lap this lap around there. He's actually gapped New Moomin as well. So New Potato has invited himself into that battle for the lead there. And it is now a 4-car battle instead of a 3-car battle. Cirrus Mushroom down into 9th position. Jay Hings is recovering after a pretty difficult sprint race. Oh, goodness me. And now we got Brooksy taking the lead then. Brooksy, no, it isn't. TK is taking the lead. Sarah's going for the Moomin as well. And but where is Moomin? He's off the circuit. He's back on. Vester's going to be careful as well. As, of course, that is the problem being in the Volta. He's almost on the grass there. Up into the horseshoe. My word there. And look at that. Brooksy has now lost the lead. TK has struck her, hasn't he there? He was 6/10 of a second back there. I'm wondering if he dropped off that last lap. But saved a bit of hers and then struck it, and he took the lead then on lap 8 of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Look at him flying past me now. Oh my goodness gracious me. Now though, now the roles are reversed and Brooksy is having a nightmare run out of young Sal then, and look at the time he's lost. He is out of DRS, he's back in DRS now, but that is a lot of time that Brooksy's lost, and I think he's out of DRS there. He ain't got DRS, and here comes Sigismund then going for 2nd position, and that is a costly mistake for Brooksy potentially in this race. I reckon that that's going to be difficult for him to get back into DRS. So let's see how this one transpires. It's not over yet then, is it? But now both these two drivers are going to be fighting hard. Here is this is Brooksy's viewpoint, and I think we should be watching in front of us. We should be, because look, he's let New Potato go, did he? I think he did. New Potato now in 3rd position, and Vessier on the inside. Incredible! He is through, passes the Alpine, and my word, and they're all over the back of each other now. Slayer is Slayer now down in 7th position. Oh, Vessier's off the circuit, goodness me! And Vessier has spun the car, and goodness, oh dear. And that is not good at all for Vessier. And that's all that work he did in the sprint race has unfortunately come to I think he just got on the outside curb there. But it looks of it, I was just looking at the stream. Luckily, the stream is about A crucial middle sector Ted Tango saying for TK. It really was indeed Dynamo Dan as now has got off as well at Maguglia the dive. There's the Haas car coming back on. Then Dynamo Dan there down in 15th position. It's getting all very feisty, isn't it? New Potato now in third position. Goodness gracious me, what's happening here? Oh my gosh, they're down into turn one. Hings passes the Mercedes up into third position, fifth position. My word, they're back on board the Ferrari once again there. I've got to keep an eye on these gaps. I'm like, oh my word there. And now here comes new potatoes off the circuit. My goodness gracious me. And he's facing the wrong way. New potato. It's a safety car for the championship leader. And my goodness, what has happened there? Oh gosh there. And down into turn number 4. He's lost the whole of the front wing. And the Ferrari of New Potato has just got himself up in the third position. It's back down into 11th now. Safety car has been called out. Swan, Shanks and Stars is in the pit. What happened there then? Goodness me. We do not know yet then. Let me quickly read what Ted Tango said. Still another 10 laps off mass pit stop. So keeping these medium tires alive is imperative then. Love the word. This battling will not help at all, Ted Tango saying. But the safety car has come out. Is going to change Ted Tango's advice any minute now, I reckon. Now, as we're going to keep an eye on the comments there, as we're also going to keep an eye on what is happening in the pit lane. Stars has just finished his pit stop and coming out of the pits now. And there he goes. Swan Shank's also out of the pits. And TK in the pits. Circus Muck in the pits. Brooksy in the pits as well. Great racing so far. I think that New Potato has had more issues. He's gone into the back of Itemizer. A 5-second penalty. Drive-through penalty for Dynamo Dan there. Oh, my word, there is action galore in this one. And what is happening there is that now then is we got a lot of action in the pits. There's Jay Higgs out. No, Jay Higgs is out. Okay. As now with Alpha, Serious Mushroom's going to be, he's lost a lot of time there. All on medium tires. And Sick as Muck has gone soft tires here. Vintage has stayed out. Goodness me, that's going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons here. He's going to get out. He's out in third position. That is crucial in this race because look, Brooksy's going to be a bit disappointed to see that AlphaTauri in between them because that AlphaTauri could be costly here. Now, New Potato coming out of the pits now. Wheel banging there into 4 will have probably been the cause Ted Tango was saying there for New Potato then. It looked down into turn 4, didn't it? Goodness me. I was quite surprised how far away from the corner they was though. Goodness me. But New Potato, this is not ideal at all for the championship leader. He's really having a struggling time out there. It's been not a very good race weekend at all for New Potato. He recovered nicely, but now he's down in 15th position. Scuba Shoe 16th. Duncan Davis 17th. Swan Shanks and Stars 18th and 19th. Duncan Dave and Sick as Muck, both drivers on the soft tyre. Everyone else is on the hard, apart from Swan Shanks. And that is going to move everyone to a 2-stop strategy now, more or less. Goodness gracious me. I have put hards on, I had Serious Mushroom wanted hards. He's gone for medium tyres now. Serious Mushroom has, but he's gone with the rest of the grid then. So at least Serious Mushroom will be doing exactly what everyone else is doing potentially. I made a little mistake and allowed Jake and Vessier back at me. Movement is saying there as the drivers said are just commenting on their races so far then. Oh, my word then. So we got Bert Molander out then. TK is leading this crocodile through. So I think the big story at the moment there is New Potatoes. He got damaged on that Ferrari. Into the pits is Vessier again then. Vessier, of course, also 2 championship protagonists having a major problem here. Vessier was struggling qualifying and in the race he had a spin, didn't he, at the top of the hill. He's now on the hard tyres though, Vessier is head. So I think he's trying to go to the end of the race now. This is going to get very interesting indeed then. Now out of the pits comes Vessier then. So he's going to be behind Swan Shanks, who would have probably liked going to the end of the race as well. And by the looks, I've just read that there is, I think there's a bit of miscommunication. Remember what happened with the Williams team, where Immortal was trying to let his teammate Percy through, and they clashed at this corner here. By the sounds of it, Sigas Muck has just apologised in the paddock for he tried to let New Potato through, and so he could battle TK, and it looks like there's been a miscommunication there. Good heavens me there! Oh dear, oh dear, and as New Potato there, I think is I don't think New Potato's seen the message just yet there, but whatever the case may be, he is going to be absolutely fuming in that helmet. The Ferrari driver is there, and goodness me, Ferrari are on the cusp of potentially clinching the constructors' championship. But however, it's been a bit difficult so far. Safety car's in then. Let's go and run again then. Kiki is needs to bunch out to the back of Serious Mushroom there, because there's a mammoth gap there, isn't it? As we now come out of it now. The end of the season is reminiscent of the Fernando Alonso's for Potato here. That was back in the 2012 season, remember? Whoa, is winning the car. I think that was Dave Alonso to the back of the New Potato. And we're now about to get going again. Remember, Fernando Alonso was yeah, as Tango confirms it. Yeah, because remember that as Fernando Alonso got involved in the Belgian shunk, they we're back going now. But Vintage has is of course you can't overtake until the start finish line. Now we're racing again then, and here we go down to turn one. Then Sickensberger's got soft tires and he's going to be attacking TK surely. Brooks, he needs to get past Vintage. Look at how much time they've lost already. Over 7-8 tenths of a second after the ZRS alone. No DRS just yet. Scooby Shoo's got a 3-second penalty for cutting the first chicane by the looks of things. Six Mud camera look down into turn 4. No dice at the moment. Brooksy all over the back of Vintage there. This is painful for Vintage, painful for Brooks. I say that, but Vintage has doesn't need to wave anyone through. He is fighting for position there, but it's just bad luck for Brooks there. But he's going to go this way and that way. He's going to have a launcher up the inside there. Vintage gets well out of the way there, so Vintage seen that coming there, and he is letting through that. Sarah's now on the same tires as the drivers behind him. Now Moomin and Vintage getting close, and Vintage and Moomin have gone together, and oh dear, that is messy indeed. Oh dear then, and unfortunately that is not ideal at all. Vintage there on the old medium tires. He wants to go long in this one now, doesn't he? Unfortunately that has ruined both drivers. Well, I don't think it's ruined their races, has it? Not to any stretch of the imagination, but not ideal there. I'm wondering if Vintage is going to have damage there, and maybe Moomin's got damage as well. Six Monks set the fast off the race there on those soft tires. How long are they going to last for as we go into turn 1 in the center? Vintage and Marsky on the outside here. Magnificent stuff indeed there. And Vintage there becoming the mobile chicane here at the moment there. And now we got Dynamo down on the inside outside there. There's Ruby going off the circuit there. Now look at that. New Potato is through. I sound like a horse race commentator down into turn 4. My New Potato is, oh my goodness me. I think that I'm going to be honest. I think the New Potato there is getting very frustrated in that Ferrari, but it's very difficult. And Vassier's off as well. My word, it is very difficult not to get frustrated in these times there, is it? Because the championship is starting to slip away now. Williams are keeping themselves in the constructors as well, if my maths is correct, which is a very dangerous thing to assume at the moment. But Vassier and New Potato, both championship protagonists, both down in 18th and 19th position there. A nightmare race at the moment there. Sick as Mark, then out to Young Sal there. Brooksy in 3rd position. Jay Higgs 4th. Slayer in 5th. Serious Russian now in 6th position, but Kiki in 7th. Great drive from Kiki at the moment there. Up in 2 at 7th at the moment. Itemites are 8th. Movement in 9th position. Marsky 10th. Dynamite down 11th. Scuba Shoe in 12th position there. Sick as Mark has taken the lead into turn 1. Yes, he's done it. He's through and passes TK. But TK, as into the pits comes Dynamite Dan. Dynamite Dan's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane here. Oh dear. That's not ideal at all. Sick as Mark there has taken the lead, but he is on the softer tyre now. Of course, so that will be how long is he going to be able to stay out there. But I'm wondering if that's actually a good strategy there from Sigismund, because maybe he can now really go for qualifying laps, come into the pits there in a couple of laps or so then, and go back onto the medium tires to the end of the race potentially, because all these drivers here will have to come into the pits again, because TK is starting the race on the medium tires. I think everyone started on the medium tires in the top 8 there, apart from Slayer then. So Slayer can go to the end of the race on those medium tires, but I got to say they might be past their sell-by date. But Sigismund well off the circuit there, and that is going to allow TK to come back into position here and retake the lead of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sigismund trying to defend, then he's going to go for the inside then. So TK is going on the outside there, and they go side by side down into the center. And TK has retaken the lead then. And we've also got Serious Mushroom who's lost out to Kiki here. into the center S as well then. So Kiki in 6th position, Sarah's position 7th. Item Izar in 8th position there. Swan Shanks is fighting, and we have got a retaken for the lead as well. Goodness me, oh my goodness me. And Swan Shank, Sicker's Mutt there, basically parking on the X there, so TK couldn't get around on the outside. Great racecraft from the Aston Martin driver, and retakes the lead then. Of course, that mistake out of Young Sao may have cost them there. Potato and Vesher seems to be in tandem tonight there. TK has to use this now. He does indeed, doesn't he? But he's battling with TK, and this battle here is actually allowing Brooksy. He's back within DRS now. Brooksy. There he is, Brooksy and Jay Hings there. Jay Hings is good. May have to help his teammate in the championship here, as Vestia and New Potato are fighting for position down in the 17th and 18th position. Who would have thought that to begin in this race? Good heavens above that. And look at this battling now. It has allowed Brooksy and Hings and Slayer to be all within a tenth of a second, all within the DRS detection zone. And once again, TK has retaken the lead here in Sao Paulo. There he is. He's back up into the lead now. But remember, last lap there, yellow flag there, and one of the it's the McLaren again. It's Styles again having issues. And Jay Hings has got a 3-second penalty for his troubles. Oh, that is not ideal then for the Ferrari team or for himself. Remember, Ferrari trying to clinch the Constructors' Championships today. At the moment, though, it's not looking very good at all, is it? Sick as Muck has not repassed TK. That is crucial now. Can TK start to pull away in this race? And he needs to get his head down now. Back on board with Brooksy in the Alfa Romeo. Lovely stuff indeed there for Brooksy to be back in DRS range there. However, not lovely stuff for Sick as Muck then, who is now strung on those soft tires. He's only done 6 laps there. Remember what happened to the world champion of gold, Percy? He only did 6, 7, 8 laps on those soft tires, and they were gone. Because I don't know how he was a tire magician there. Starts off is having a problem again in the McLaren, unfortunately. Lovely shot from Bruce. I love the Ayrton Senna-esque inspired crash helmet, indeed. That, or maybe that's just Brooksy's helmet colours for tonight. Then, but it looks very Brazilian-esque nonetheless. Brooksy scuba ship to a fantastic 11th position at the moment. We're keeping an eye on the rest of the drivers there throughout this race. And Vesser on hard tires, we think, until the end of the race. And same with Swan Shanks as well. Brooksy going on the inside there. He'll have the inside. He is through. Brooksy's got a 3-second penalty though for his troubles there, as he just ran slightly right. Here comes Sick as Muck again. And oh, look at that. Then is that goodness gracious me. And now he's going for it. He's having a oh my goodness me. I gotta say, they're so aggressive, aren't they? I love it. And on the outside, oh my word, and Slayer not having anyone there, slamming the door shut. No, it's Hings slamming the door shut. A lot of cars with a second pit stop to come. Will be interested to see who goes up for the undercut. Then expect to see the cars in between lap 23 and 27, says Ted Tango then. I wonder if that includes Sick as Muck as well. I reckon that Sick as Muck may come in quite early for the undercut potentially and retake the lead of this Grand Prix. Let's see how this goes out, because he is starting to struggle on the soft tires. He may be in sooner rather than later as we come down to Magulio to dive. Brooksy now is extending. He's a second in front then. I reckon we might see Swan Shanks in the end of this lap. On the next lap, New Potato is trying to recover back through the field. He's back up to 15th now in the Ferrari then. New Potato is there, but I think that a lot of drivers will be pitted, as Ted Tango says that, because everyone has to use 2 types of tyres. That the majority of the field have not used 2 types of tyres yet. That Jay Hings having a sniff, but nothing more than that. And Slayer having a look up the inside then, or just getting very close to the back of the diffuser on the Ferrari then, as they come out to center S once again. There's Item Izar in the background, the Red Bull car as well. And now then, as they're all going to swamp Sick as Muck then, I've got to say, we're having some rubbish camera angles down that back straight here tonight. And now Sick as Muck has lost out 2 positions there, and unfortunately he was the meat and the sandwich of the Ferrari and the Mercedes, and unfortunately Sick as Muck had to bail out of that one, didn't he? And the soft tires are struggling now on the Aston Martin car. Into the pits is Vintage, into the pits is Styles as well then, as we got yellow flags out there for someone is crawling now down the back straight, down the rest of the Aposta then. I think that's what it's called anyway. I've forgotten what it was called right until just a minute ago. TK has now got a 2-second advantage over Brooksy, followed by Hings, followed by Slayer, followed by Sick as Muck, who's found some pace on this lap there, hasn't he? He's kept well within a second there, but he is now losing time. As you can see, the soft tires are really starting to cry, aren't they? Out of Yun Sao, and here comes Kiki then on the outside, and Sickers, but unfortunately cannot defend. Can he there? He's now lost out. He's down into sixth position. I'm surprised Sickers hasn't come to the pits, to be honest, there. But maybe it's a bit too early on the medium tires, perhaps. But I don't know. I'm just a fool sat on my poof at the moment there. Itemize are now in DRS range as well. Itemize are looking very in fraud in the back of Serious Mushroom, and maybe getting 7th position as well there. Lovely jubbly indeed there. TK currently is being gapped at the moment there by Brooksy there. So Brooksy very much hanging it in there at the moment. Back on board with Brooksy now. He has a penalty, so does Jay Hinks as well. That is going to be crucial, I think, in the remainder of this race. And over half, this is now then 16 laps to go in this one. That Kiki is all over the gearbox now of the Mercedes driver coming into the Ducks build. Then let's look at that then. There's the shadow of the trees there. Certainly not going to help the drivers, is it there? And look at this. What an incredible race this has been so far. So Slayer is the only driver here, and technically Sick as Muck as well, is the only driver here that does not need to make another stop. But whether I'm sure he's going to need to, it's those me and Tara's going to be able to get to the end from here on in. I think that they're not going to be able to get to the end from here on in. I would almost bet my bottom dollar, but Slayer does have the advantage there, but I think I think that the medium tires are going to fall apart because they'll have to do another 15 odd laps then, which will take his lap count there. Yellow flag, and Itemizer out of the race, and that has just completely changed the complexion of this race. Off of the exit of turn 3, the front right, I think is that the front right corner or left corner been taken off of the car, and unfortunately that's Itemizer out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Now the safety car is out, and all that and ahhing, well, that's completely changed the face of this race then. Oh my goodness gracious me. Itemizer out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. What a shame, because he was in a superb 8th position up until that point in time, but that is it now, and he is out. So what is the drivers going to do? Soft tires and Sick as Muck then have done 10 laps so far, but they are really falling off the cliff, aren't they? Vessier is coming out onto the medium tires now, Vessier is. So this is potentially a free pit stop. What is the race leader TK going to do now then? As we'll soon find out then for the Williams driver then, as you can see then, is just watching him come up, touring up the hill now, is TK. He's going to have to come in the pit, surely, isn't he? And he is coming in the pit side, so he's got to make sure that he does not speed now. TK has at the moment his championship rivals of New Potato and Vessier down in 14th and 16th position then with less than half the race. Oh no, and Slayer has got a drive-through penalty. 5 seconds will be added to the end of his race time. And that, unless he pits again. Soft tires for TK here. Kiki then is, I've just seen Ted Tag on saying he's gone under the radar. It's been a great race day for Kiki. He really has indeed that. And look at this. TK is going to be out in front of cars. That is Brooksy. Brooksy's going to have another driver. Look at this. This is going to be close. This is very crucial for TK here. And he is in front of cars. That is very crucial indeed now. And Brooksy has gone hard tires. Oh, and Ferrari of Jay Hinks. Look at that, as they was all speeding down the Resta Aposta there, and almost into the back of each other. But Kaz is now second. Brooksy is on hard tires. He must have no mediums left there. So Brooksy now on hard tires. You don't believe the soft tires get to the end. Look at the amount of tire variation in this one there. Mumini is back in the race then, as goodness gracious me then. Up in 5th, and with people having penalties ahead then. Looking at a great position for a podium. Kiki is at the moment. Once again, Kiki also on soft tires as well. I must say, I don't really know what tires to be on. I think the medium tires would probably be the best tire to be on, and that's what Slayer's on. And that was an advantage there for starting on the hards. Unfortunately for Slayer, he has a 5-second penalty. Marsky, Scooby Stew also on the medium tires, along with Jay Hinks. Jay Hinks also into this race as well now. Well, he was in this race anyway, but he's certainly going to be a factor now. TK is on soft tires. Are they going to get to the end? He's going to have to babysit them, isn't he? Moomin, no way is soft going to get to the end of this set. I must say, Boxstar did a great job on this soft tires, but we got TK on softs, Kiki, Sick as Muck, Serious Mushroom, Duncan Dave, New Potato, Dynamo Dan, and Styles, all on the soft tires. Ooh, I've just swallowed my tongue there. Into the pits comes Kaz then. So Kaz is So cars decided to come into the pits now. Then they will go to the end in the last, but in the last 4 laps they will not feel noise. Ted Tango is saying that that is the information we need. Cars into the pits now on the medium tires. And so what cars is going on? Cars is our soft tires. What? No, it's the hard tires for the Mercedes driver, and he's out of the pits now. Then as we got Brooks on the hard tires as well, haven't we? There as Jesus has scored for Arsenal against Luton. It was 1-1. It was 1-1. Goodness me. Safety cars out of the moment, and lap 23 out of 36 here in this race. Car's dropping right down to near the back of the grid. That he is at the back of the field. Then starters had unfortunately a lap down in 18th position. One retirement, which is Itemizer, which is the reason for the safety car. Slayer, he's going to be probably 10th now. He's staying there, but there's still longer to go, Slayer. And of course, he you potentially will have the tire advantage with 4 laps to go in this race. So with everyone around you on softs, apart from Jay Hings, and also we got a hard runner of Brooksy as well, which I've been the hard runner, the hard tires. Well, they're going to be okay then. Double stacked again, had me pants down. Serious Russia saying hards will be better, surely. Ruined potential top 3. Slayer is saying there, unfortunately, because Slayer is on a good run as well. And I think the Slayer and Jay Hings are probably in the best position as well. But as Ted Tango said, Kiki very much under the radar. Safety car is in. Oh goodness me, I've been rammed in the way. A worn soft probably still will be faster than the hard. You'll lose too much time if it takes them to go up. But we're now racing then for well, we may have another safety car. We don't know in this race. Goodness me, is that flying around Jung South there? Goodness gracious me, gentlemen. When are we going to get going then? And then TK, then when is he going to let it go? Then when is he going to let loose? Then he has got soft tires. He's got the tire advantage over the top 5 over the rest of the 4 here. And then of course everyone else is on the harder or the medium tires. And he's gone. Let's go. Swan Shanks in full finish there. Swan Shanks is rolling the dice on the strategy. Here comes Kiki having a look this way and that way on the hot soft tires as yellow flags at the back of the field. Then I think it's Cars has had an issue. No, it's the McLaren of Stars and get out of the way. Unfortunately for Stars, they're having a nightmare race again. And then look at this, and there are the hard tires of Swan Shanks there. And Kiki, that's a rubbish camera angle. That may be better. And he's up the inside then, and Slayer's on the outside. Wow, my word, I thought they was going to crash into each other there. And somehow they have kept it on the straight and narrow indeed. And good heavens there. Wow, what an incredible race this has been there at the moment. So TK still leads at Brooksy second position. Swan Shanks has got past, Six Mo's got past Swan Shanks and up into sixth position there. Up the inside goes Cirrus Mush there. Cirrus Mush with Swan Shanks there, fighting for position there. Swan Shanks has stayed on the inside of the Ducks build, so Cirrus Mush is on the outside. Mush has got more grunt, more purchase on the tires as well. He's up into 7th position there. Movement is now made its way up into 8th position. New Potato is still in 13th there. Where is Vessier, I hear you ask? He's also in 14th position. One of the 2 champions, the 2 championship protagonists, Lionel Stern at this moment, was TK, who is potentially going to take the lead in this championship, is now leading this race there with Brooksy now down into 3rd position on the hard tires, of course. Jay Hings is on the mediums. Kiki is now on the softs up into 4th position and passes Slayer. We've got more overtaken action here. And goodness gracious me, that Marsky is out of DRS range. Marsky's had a nightmare on that opening lap there. Unfortunately, it's dropped down the order. Oh my word. And now we got Scooby Stew in the top 10 once again. Scooby Stew said, of course, he was on a points run. What's the few races ago? He might be able to get some more points here tonight. And who was that there? 3 sec. Oh, Brooks has got more penalties out there. We'll take a look at the penalty situation in just a jiffy. As I thought the Duncan Dave's on the inside. He is now and passes the Aston Martin. And through he goes then. What about New Potato? New Potato on the outside here. Swan Shanks ain't going to have the purchase. He isn't on those hard tires. And Vesser trying to go up the inside here. He is up the inside into the Ducks build and he is through. And in 40th position, what about Donovan down on the outside of Magulio? He's going to have a go, but Swan Shanks there is parked on the racing line then. So he'll have to have a good run out of Jung Sal there. Back in the front then, TK is a second in front of Jay Hinks. DRS has now been enabled then. As there's a bit of a field spread out there at the moment. Then Siggers Mutt now back in the 3rd position, drawing a superb race out there at the moment. don't quite see what Swanshanks has gained from it, saying out, just letting everyone pass. Ted Tango is saying that, as I think that Swanshanks unfortunately is out of the points now, isn't it? I think that it's possibly worth him coming in the pits. I think that safety car has really hurt his attempts at maybe getting some points in this one there. So Swanshanks, unfortunately, I think that that's his point stream out of this one there. Scooby Stew on the inside there and up into ninth finish there. Marsky's going to try and have a go. No, as he drops behind there. Scooby Stew on the medium tires. And Scooby Stew looking strong as well. They're moving in 8th position. Serious Mushroom in 7th. Slayer in 6th. Kiki in a great 5th position now. And it's all over the back of Sick as Muck in at 4th position there. Brooksy in 3rd. Jay Hings is 2nd. TK still leads the way at the moment, but the gap is now under a 2nd in this one. New Potato is now in 12th position, right behind Duncan Dave. I don't really know where to look, to be honest, there, but look at Hings now. Hings there on the medium tires is starting to gain on TK. Can Jay Hings there, who it's been a revelation, hasn't he? I'm not going to make no bones about it. He's already had a Grand Prix win in his career in bronze. Can he get a 2nd here and help Ferrari deliver the Constructors' Championship here tonight? Then Jay Hings all over the back of the Williams now of TK. Does have penalties on lap 27. We've got 10 laps to go now as we come down into turn 4. He's having a look there, Jay Hings is. I figure it's just more of a trying to antagonize TK and Kiki at the inside, but Sick as Muck hanging it on the outside. Serious Mushroom's got a 3-second penalty. That's very unusual to see the Mushroom with the penalty there. But of course, I think that I think he has got a setup now, isn't there? But Serious Mushroom in 7th position there. Kiki all over the back of Sick as Muck here. Kiki with no penalty. Same with Sick as Muck here at the moment there. They want to get past them pronto here, don't they? But the moment there, Sick as Muck there is just about keeping hold of 4th position there. There is a lot of penalties out there as well. Let's take a look at the penalties now, shall we? 3 seconds for Hings, 6 seconds for Brooksy. That is costly, I think, for Brooksy. 5 seconds for Slayer. That is costly as well. A Serious Mushroom, 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Scooby Shoo and 3 seconds for Stars. Good luck at penalties out there. Good stuff indeed there. However, here comes Jay Hings and he's going for the lead then. And the medium tires seem to be the best tire run. And then TK and Hings fighting for this there. TK will have the inside into the center there. And still he keeps that lead then. But I think that I'm wondering if TK knows that this might be the right, might be on the wall here, because he's now lost out TK down into 2nd position, and through goes the Ferrari. He does have a 3-second penalty, but if he's got the pace set over the Williams, then he might be able to steal the victory here. Potentially. Brooksy, who's now in 3rd position on the hard tires. As look at that, the Duncan Dave through. New Potato is back in the credible to keep going in what has been a very tricky race indeed then from New Potato on those hard tires. But unfortunately for Brooksy, that's a 6-second penalty. Something needs to go majorly awry with the 2 in front if he wants to win this race. But anything can happen still in this bronze race. It's been fantastic. It's been edge of your seat stuff, hasn't it? As we go down once again into turn 4 there. As anyone swap position there, Kiki is past Sick as Much then, unbeknownst to me, whilst I've been waffling on them as we've been taking a look at this battle here then. And here is TK at the moment. We're on board with Jay Hings at the moment. As look at this coming down into the pine tree, accelerating away. Vescher's past Scooby Stew and now moved himself up into 12th position. Vescher as he's still out of the points, so Vescher is. He needs to do some more then. Just flying down at Mugulia once again. And once again, no, TK then is still in this race, but I do feel that, look at that, 3 different types of compounds leading this race. Fantastic. I do feel, though, that the soft tires are going to struggle, and that's going to allow Jay Hings to set off into the distance. But at the moment, no, it is certainly not happening just yet. But Jay Hings has retaken the lead of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and into the lead it goes then. So he needs to keep it nice and clean now, going down the rest of Aposta here. If he wants, as a New Potato is now into 9th position, passes Marsky. That's 2 more points at the moment here, and that's 2 more points deep. Here comes Brooksy. Here can Brooksy then sneak past TK as well. Brooksy might be able to have a lunge here, not quite there. And going back down into turn 3. Gap behind these guys is about 2.5 seconds there, which is Kiki and Swanshanks. Keep an eye on Slayer, because Slayer is also on the medium tires like Jay Hings at the moment, and I think that's the best tire to be on at this stage of proceedings. Look at how much time that Jay Hings has found now over the Williams car, so maybe the soft tires are starting to struggle here, and this is crucial in the championship now. This TK is going to have to try his best to keep positions here, but I think, look at that, he's almost a second behind Jay Hings there, and Jay Hings just needs to find another 2 seconds there to win this race there. This is a nightmare for TK now. Oh my goodness gracious me then. And with Slayer also on the medium tire as well. I think that at the moment though, it should be not too bad for TK, because drivers behind him, there's a lot of drivers behind him on the soft tires as well. So TK might still be able to salvage something here, but from a potentially well, I'm not sure if it's a comfortable win, but from driver that was in the box seats to now all of a sudden on the behind the 8-ball here, it just shows how quickly things can change in Formula 1. But he has had a very good final sector, keeping him in DRS, but he's harvested now. He's going to be there is sick as muck. No, there is Slayer, I should say, up into 5th position, passes sick as muck there. He does have a 5-second penalty. Wow. My goodness me, look at TK then, look at the understeer on that Williams car, Williams drifting now. That's not where TK wants to be, really, is it? He wants to be more of hugging the apex there. Kiki still about 2.5 seconds back then, so, oh, Brooksy there, the car over-rotating there, out of the pine tree for the Alfa Romeo car, so, oh, and he's half-spun again almost there. It's not looking ideal at the moment. Brooksy still on these hard tires have been great as well. With the tyre deltas, that's very impressive. Brooksy is absolutely hammering the lap times in there, Ted Tango is saying. Brilliant stuff indeed, isn't it, there for Brooksy there? And I've got a really bad achy jaw now, goodness me. Have I been talking too long? Good gracious me. Across the line, lap 32 out of 36. Well, I think the TK's driving a superb race there, because he's keeping Jay Hings within that 3-second window, and that is what he needs to do to win this race there. Nude Potato is up into 9th position. He's trying to salvage something here, but at the moment, no, it is definitely at the moment, no, it's going to be TK leading the Drivers' Championship, coming out of Sao Paulo and going into Las Vegas in a week's time. That TK has taken the lead in the Drivers' Championship at this moment there. Oh my word, then, and potentially the championship could be going down to the wire in Abu Dhabi. Then, my word, when was the last time we had the championship go down to the wire in Abu Dhabi in ALR? I can't be honest, I can't actually remember. My word. As TK then, who I think is driving superbly well. Both, as Ted Tango said, both TK and Brooksy have done a great job on these tyres. I think the medium tyres are the better tyres at this moment, but TK is really pushing as hard as he dares at the moment there, as TK is, and we're on board once again with TK. He needs to stay within a 3-second gap of Jay Hings there to keep second in this race there, but he would love to win that to extend his lead in the championship, and that is what TK is here for. And look at this, so he is gaining on Jay Hings. He's going for it. He's having a look on the outside, but Jay Hings are going to be back up the inside there. They're going to be wheel to wheel there. TK has retaken the lead here. Magnificent stuff indeed there. And remember now, and look at it, Jay Hings is back through here as they come down the rest of the Aposta once again, and Jay Hings has retaken the lead then, and here they come then, and Brooksy's through as well. TK off the circuit there, and he's just about kept on. I say yes, he had, but he has lost 2 positions. Scuba Stew has got a 3-second penalty. Now the two that the TK was trying to keep up with is now unfortunately has lost out position. Driver of the day, Jay Hings, TK and Kiki are your drivers of the day. Get those votes coming in now, ladies and gents. That 33 out of 36. Have they got enough time? I don't think Brooksy has, but has TK is now out of DRS range. Have they got enough time there to gap TK? Oh no, Jay Hings is off the circuit. That's a major error there for the Ferrari. And look at that, the TK is back through here. My goodness gracious me. Oh my word there. Oh, German versus Murphy and Silver. Liam has asked about the final showdown, about one of the championship showdowns back in season 2 of Silver. I really hope we had one. I really hope we had one sooner than that. But I think that might be the one. Well, I'll have to go back through the archives. But that is a major blow for Jay Hings. I think that is almost certainly lost in the race here. Brooksy has now skated off, and Kiki all on the back of Jay Hings with Slayer in full position. Fifth is sick as not been serious mushroom 6. New Potatoes are gone south back up to 8th now, but Moomin's all over the gearbox of the world championship leader. New Potato with Moomin in 9th, with Marsky in 10th at this moment in time. Then into the pits comes Swanshanks. Unfortunately, that audacious strategy has not helped Swanshanks at all. He's down in 18th now. Marsky's got a 3-second penalty. Vestia's lost out to Vintage by the looks of that. Vintage flying back up in 12th position there. Can Vintage get some points here? He's got no penalties, Vintage, and so Vintage could salvage a point in that Alpha Tire, which would be wonderful news indeed there for Vintage and for the Alpha Tire team. Jay Higgs 50% there. Kiki 50% as well for driver of the day out there at the moment. And some brilliant drives there has been here tonight as there, but I still have no idea who's going to win this race there. It is going to get very interesting indeed, but now look at this. is Jay Hinks is back with the DRS range of Kiki and of TK, and Kiki is also being dragged along as well now. My word there, but I think the TK that is back in the box seats. It was looking very dire for TK a couple of laps ago. Now all of a sudden it is back in his destiny, isn't it, so to speak, there in this one. Oh my goodness gracious me. Brooksy's got a 1.5 advantage there, but he's got a 6-second penalty at this moment in time. There are the penalty situations as we come down the roster, the Whatever Apostra now. I don't know what it's called. My word. I know Jay Hings wants to get all over the back. Then we've got a car in front of us. That is Styles, who is just being lapped at the moment there at this moment. Can we see the penalties? Ted Tango said, yes, indeed, then. So there are the penalties on the left-hand side there. Brooksy, then, who's got 6 seconds, 3 seconds for Hings. Slayer. Oh, is that McLaren? Have really disorientated me. The goodness gracious me. As, unfortunately, Styles are having issues there. And look at this. Oh, and Jay Hings, same corner again there, where he's had a swapper on the rear. That Ferrari's got no purchase, has it, then, when he's getting on the power. And look at this, and Kiki is potentially up into second position now. Kiki is, what a performance there for Kiki from near the back of the field. He has been driving superbly well, and now he's going to be all over the back of the Ferrari on the final lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And where's Slayer? He's off the inside, and Kiki's off the circuit. Oh no, Kiki's off, and is he going to, and look, Sickers and Sirius Mesh have also 5 different positions as well, and Sirius Mesh going on and under that, and where's Marsky as well, and goodness me, what am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at, but Slayer potentially could have been on for top 3 if he didn't get that 5-second penalty. Gap at the front is up to 2 seconds, but at the moment it is not enough for Brooksy. It is enough for it is enough for TK to get how many wins he had this season? Goodness gracious me! This will be TK's 4th Grand Prix win this season. There for TK, this might be the most important Grand Prix win of his career to date. And he would have 5 wins in his career if he can stay where he is. No major mistakes. And Swanshanks has got fastest lap of the race now, and that at the moment is a point for Swanshanks there, which will be absolutely fantastic to see. Out of Young South for the 36th and final time, and my goodness gracious me, out of the final couple of corners now, and TK is going to win his 5th race of his career now, and this is a very important race win as well for TK, because he takes the lead in the driver's standings then. And goodness gracious me, whilst the 2 championship rivals of New Potato and Vessier had a nightmare race today, good drive to recover for New Potato, but TK has been able to win this race set, but New Potato only getting 4 points, and he takes the lead in the championship. Crash in the sprint to a podium. Great race for Kiki, says Ted Tango, and he's got 50% of the drive of the day for the vote there. Well, a brilliant drive indeed though. Brooksy salvaging for a position in the end, but unfortunately those penalties cost him the win today there. And I think Swanshanks has got the fastest lap point, which means that is a point as well for the Aston Martin. Goodness gracious me. What an absolute incredible race that was indeed then. For once, I do not disagree with the driver of the day graphic on the from the game there. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Right then, there's what an incredible day that was. But TK now leads the driver standings, give or take, in this one. Fantastic stuff indeed there for TK. That is crucial. His 5th win of his career, and potentially his most important one as well. Kiki, what a drive to second, and Kiki is probably is very well deserved indeed there. I think that he drove superbly well. 3rd position today was the Alfa Romeo Brooksy. If he didn't get those penalties there, Brooksy could have potentially and should have won this race as well. However, butts are for Ashtray. Let's go through the final classification then from the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and it was TK who won the Brazilian Grand Prix, his 5th race win of his career, takes the lead in the driver's standings. Kiki is 2nd there, 19th to 2nd. What a drive. Brooksy in 3rd position there. 4th is Jay Hings with 5th. Slayer 6th position, sick as much. 7th is Sirius Mushroom. New Potato Potato 8th. 9th position is Moomin. Marsky finishes 10th there. 11th, Duncan Dave. Nightmare Dave for Vestier in 12th position there. 13th for Vintage. 14th for Dynamo Dan. Kaz in 15th. Scoopy Stew in 16th. Swan Shank 17th. And a fast lap as well. Well done indeed to that young man. 18th is Stars. Retirement is Itemizer. And a McLaren driver who who I'm probably upset, but never mind. Right, well, there we go then. But let's talk to Kiki then, who Kiki, what a drive to second today. It all went a bit wrong in the sprint race, but in the actual Grand Prix itself, it went so right. But talk us about the sprint at the beginning.
Well, at first I got a good launch, but then the second phase was shit, and then I hit J Hings. Then once I was coming back on the track, I got hit from behind and smashed into the barrier.
But then let's go on to the positives now. Then what a drive there from 19th up into second as well. My goodness me, that was an absolutely incredible drive by yourself. Just tell us the challenges you had to face in this Grand Prix today.
Well, there was a lot of people going off track, so it was pretty easy, but I had the pace, and the last lap I thought I might have got TK, but I messed up the first corner, and I was like 2 seconds behind him.
It was getting very fraught into turn 1 as well on that last lap there. You had Slayer on the inside that came out of nowhere as well. Because at the time when he was on board with you, I was more interested about you potentially overtaking the driver in front of you. But all of a sudden Slayer came out of nowhere. Do you think that did Slayer catch you unaware there, or did you know he was there the entire time?
I knew he was always behind me, and he probably saved more ERS than me. So then he double slipstream as well for me and J Hings. Then he just took me. Then I got on the grass, tried to break on the grass, which is impossible.
But how delighted are you with this result then? How difficult was it to get yourself motivated? Down in 19th position there, last on the grid then, a very bleak sprint race. How difficult was it to get yourself in going? Or was you confident with the pace you had today?
I was confident, but then, like I say, a lot of people were going off track, so it made it a bit easier to get past them.
And I bet you was happy with that as well. And driving
Can I say a question?
so I bet you're overjoyed with that.
I didn't even get it.
I think you did.
J Hings got it.
Oh, did he? Oh, my goodness me. Gosh, that's absolutely a travesty, isn't it? My word. All right. There we go. Been a long night, hasn't it? But you would have been driving a day in my eyes there, so I'm not sure if that means anything or not, but fantastic stuff indeed there today. Well done today, Kiki. Brilliant drive to second position there. Brilliant stuff. Brooksy, I've just read a message from Percy about you was unhappy with Percy's tyre choice in that final stint there, but my goodness me, he was very much in it to win it potentially, but those 6-second penalties cost you.
Yeah, we were discussing, and I got a bit angry with him, bless him, saying that the hards were a bit shit. But I stuck there. Like you said, if I didn't get the penalties, it would have been a race win. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Was those penalties? What with those penalties? Do you think they was avoidable, or was it? Or how would you view those penalties then?
Well, I got a warning for getting squeezed off the track, so obviously, like, you can't remove 3 seconds for that. But I think that one was a bit awful. But a couple of warnings, I drove off the track myself, to be fair. So it is what it is.
Going to the sprint race, you love the sprint races. That's 2 wins in like 7 sprint starts now. You very much love the sprint format. Absolutely dominated as well. What's the difference between the sprint and the Grand Prix itself? Do you find it easier in the sprint?
I just don't think it's as hard as people make it out to be. I just think you just gotta race it like it's qualifying laps, really, ain't it? So if you have a good stable setup, I think just do quali laps constantly, and obviously just prove today that I can win and I can perform if I want to perform.
And do you like the sprint format?
I do. But to be fair, if it wasn't for Jake slowing down just before the line, I wouldn't be sat here commentating. So it's all down to Jake for that P3 as well.
And then, of course, in the race as well, you got another podium today. You was very much in it to win it for most of that race there. But when you was fighting with TK and of course the championship protagonist, was you concerned about being involved in that battle at all, or was you not convinced, or was you not worried about the championship protagonist? Was you more concerned about your own race?
No, I was concerned because it looked like I don't want to ruin it for them. Like, I moved over out the way for Potato, and then I tried to overtake TK cleanly, but kind of squeezed him onto the grass a little when battling with Jake. So I'm kind of glad he won the race in the end because I did squeeze him a little.
And we go to Vegas in a week's time then. There's a lot of opinions about Vegas. I must admit, I'm quite excited because I reckon it's going to be carnage. What are you thinking about Vegas?
It's going to be DRS chicken down that main straight, ain't it? But it'd be chaos, but it'd be fun chaos. Like Max Verstappen said, be fun in the end.
I'm looking forward to it. I reckon it's going to be amazing. Well done today, Brooksy. Brilliant driver to another podium then. A very solid end to the season. And TK, my goodness me then. Your championship rivals then were having an awful day. And I thought at the end there with that safety car coming out that you may have lost the lead then. But you somehow survived and you won your 5th race of your career then. Is this the most important win in terms of maybe getting yourself into the championship hunt now? Well, not championship hunt, maybe the championship win. Absolutely speechless.
He's still muted, bless him, he loves it.
I'm muted. Sorry. No, damage control today. Like the sprint, Brooksy and I were gone, and I was just gonna chill behind him, and then I got the dang AstroTurf, and I thought that was it. And then I regrouped, and I think I got like P4, I think. And then the race was the same, like sick as muck, and me and Jay Hings and Brooksy were just battling, and when I got pushed off there at the end, I knew it wasn't on purpose. I just knew it was hard battling, but I was just like I said, damage control, trying not to take no warnings.
And yeah, and was you like? It sounded like you was on a measured drive towards the end as well, because you'd said that Jay Hings and Brooksy then both had penalties, but they both was on a harder compounded tire. Was you concerned by that? Because I was under the impression that the soft tires are going to fall off towards the end there. Was you concerned?
Oh yeah, the last 2 laps, my softs were dead. Like I was just holding on, and I saw Kiki coming, and I didn't want to like let him catch up to us. But then like I don't know, it was just a giant DRS train. But then Kiki fell back to 5th, and I knew as long as I didn't really mess up that I had to win. Just damage control, tried to drive clean and fast, of course, but just tried to persevere and manage it well.
You was down in 5th in qualifying, and of course in the sprint as well. You made that mistake then. But when you was down in 5th in qualifying, was you worried about your pace at all then? Because yeah, we usually see you more further up the field.
No, because like I said all season long, it's my quality pace has really suffered. Like if everybody saw it, like I think I have like 1 or 2 poles, but I don't. I think I've started outside of the top 10 once. I just focus on race pace. Sure, I'm not the fastest over 1 lap, but my race pace has been good and it showed. Today was another good example of it.
It certainly was then. And of course, when you was leading, was you keeping an eye on your rivals of New Potato and Vestia? Was you worried by what they were doing, or couldn't you focus on that?
No, not really. I was just trying to drive my race, and then like when Sick as Muck, or it was Jay Hings, I don't remember, but like it was just us two, and we pulled out a DRS from Brooksy, and then they passed me, and then they just like kind of backed us up back into Brooksy, allowing Brooksy to get DRS again. I was kind of frustrated because I wanted to work with that person, but they just kept backing us up.
And of
But
course, in the end, then this is your 5th win of your career, and you've taken the lead in the championship. You've gone from the hunter to the hunted. Then as we go into Las Vegas, and then of course Abu Dhabi. Then now, what changes for you, or does nothing change? Are you still going to keep the same approach? Then what are you doing now?
damage control. Vegas is really hard as far as the walls. Like it's very easy to get damage there. So and penalties too. So just try and run a clean race and maintain.
Absolutely brilliant stuff today. Well done today, TK. I'm not sure if you dropped off towards the end there, but absolutely superb stuff indeed. The new leader of the Drivers' Championship, magnificent stuff, Ben. And I apologise profusely to Jay Hinks there because last time I looked at the poll, I thought Kiki was with it. Right, that's it then for us then for bronze. We'll be back for Las Vegas then on Sunday then. The two championships have been sorted in gold then, but I think it's all to play for still in bronze, and I cannot wait. We'll see you. So see you next Tuesday for bronze, but we'll see you on Sunday for gold. Goodbye.